Oh my god, everyone's getting too drunk!
Double hero?
Okay, hello and welcome to the Cycle 4 Need for Link Navi stream. So we've just watched the trailer, which was made by Sigma and the Star Force Discord community. So thanks very much to them for making that. You can join them if you wish to play online, and there will be more info on that at the end of tomorrow's stream. So keep an eye out. So just briefly before starting out, I'm going to explain what the format is. So this is a format called Link Navis, where you're allowed to control different navis from the games, and the tournament is also open setups and a weekly round robin. So we play throughout the week, and we can see each other's folders when we play. Which is what we're going to be going into before each match. So joining me with commentary today is going to be SoulXCross.
Yo, Scott, guys, let's have some fun.
Alright, so we're going to head straight into our first match discussing the setups, which it's going to be Salad versus playerzero. Okay.
Now, first and foremost, when talking about, the setups, the best part about talking about these setups is the art.
Yeah.
So, let's start off by looking at
Yeah.
this beautiful tomahawk, man.
Yeah.
Yo, that face is so smug. I love it to death. I also love that he has like a little speck there for his nose.
Yeah.
but only one. It's like what? He apparently doesn't have two nostrils.
So when I was
It's great. There you go.
When I was making that drawing, I was looking at the official artwork for my inspiration, but there was a bit of my 2 a.m. brain working in making that.
Yeah, I feel that. But over here, looking at salads, my man looking in 3D, he's trying to find you in the best situation for these magnums. Look, you got the logon on the goggles. The 3D goggles over here, man.
Yeah, I really like the drawing that Salad made. I think it's one of the best ones that we had for this cycle.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really good.
I really like the style over here, man. Very smug as well. Slight smirk upwards. It's like, yeah, nothing personnel.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Good
Okay.
stuff. But looking at Salad's folder, she's playing traditional F code with some SP Navi's tech in there for some support. F code's a personal favorite folder of mine simply because it has base encode.
Okay.
And it has magnum and machine guns in there,
Yeah.
so that way you can take care of traps that your opponent has set before you drop that base on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so it is an interesting choice. You don't really see Slashman very often. I think this might be the second time we've seen him in the last 4 cycles, so it will be very interesting to see how Salad decides to go with the folder, especially having 3 panel grabs and no area grabs, which isn't something you see all that often.
Actually, so I talked to Salad about why the panel grabs are used as opposed to like traditional area grabs, and it's simply because she believed that the way the charge shot worked for Slashman
Yeah.
didn't really get any benefit out of having the area grab. It had most benefit for having the panel grab, right?
Yeah.
So it was actually very interesting. I like that take on it a lot. And I didn't even consider that, because if you step forward on that middle panel, you're hitting area in all your opponent's area with your charge shot. So it was actually really unique. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. It's definitely very interesting build that Solid decided to go for. Okay, so quickly then moving on to my build, which is the Tomahawk Man. So for this cycle we made a change in that. So Tomahawk Man, one of the abilities he has is holding A will allow you to charge grass chips for 2x damage. But because we decided that was too good, especially when used with bees, we decided to ban it for this cycle to see how that goes. So I don't have access to that ability, which is why you see me go a lot for area grabs and trying to get in with my charge shot, which is still very strong.
So, yeah, Tomahawk Man has the most going for him as a Link Navi. He has a charge shot that's both wood and sword, doesn't flinch, and does 200 damage.
Yeah.
And I was actually talking to Salad about it last night too, because I was trying to decipher how to counter hit.
Okay.
And it's not even when when he reels back his arm for the swing.
Yeah.
That's not even the point where you have to get the counter hit. I think it's still right before he swings. That's where you have to get the counter hit.
Okay.
So you still trading damage, even though he has all this and startup lag on his charge shot, which is awkward.
Yeah. And with status guard, even if you do manage to get the counter hit, you're very likely to lose it from the charge shot, because that won't stop him.
It's very tough. Very good Navi compared to the other Link Navis.
Yeah. Also, I do have the Neo Varsword. I really liked using that and the two recoveries just to try to go through and make sure I don't lose before I can get in with my charge shots.
And of course, we see the slow gauge for those slow gauge turns with those charge shots again, and this area grab with the fanfares, trying to make sure you get in there safely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the bodyguard PA.
Yeah, so that's another thing that I really liked from playing with in previous cycles. I have bodyguard and white capsule to try to confirm it against the super armor navis, but most navis they don't really have super armor, and their charge shot is slow enough that you can almost get confirmed bodyguard against them. So we'll see if that also plays a role into this match.
And there's one last thing. Salad's playing double white capsule in her folder versus most other navis. That would be actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But in this one situation, it's not as amazing because, of course, status guard. But the one buff here is that now her magnums doesn't cause flashing or flinching. So you can actually get in 2 magnums and still be able to do decent damage because you have that white capsule attached to it. So it's actually not terrible against Tomahawk Man, because you're still going to be able to do uncontested damage against him, but you're just not going to be able to lock him down. Yeah,
that is true. And for the worst thing that could be used against Slash, which is I'm running my Giga Meteor Knuckles. So with area grabs, that could potentially be 1600 damage in one chip. So Salad will have to be very careful against that, and if it lands, then it could be very big.
Alright, let's get right into the match to see what happens.
Alright. One second while I try setting things up for the match. Okay, should be good now. Apologies for that.
Okay, here we go. Starting things off, looking in Sal's hand.
Ooh.
Her point of view.
1 second again. Sorry, I'm not sure why it's lagging. Okay, hopefully it's going to be good now. Okay, so we're looking from Sal's point of view, and we already see she has 2 magnums, machine gun, and the red wind rack.
Oh, she's trying to dip out. Nah, you can't run from this fight, cuz.
Yeah, so this will be
Alright.
interesting. So I think.
So the setups are open for both players.
Yeah.
So we know what's gonna happen kind of first turn, but we don't know when events will start happening, right?
Yeah.
Thankfully, she has defense in hand, so that way she can like stop any crazy turn 1 navis or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, but you get the slow gauge turn 1.
But then the
See,
area.
there we go.
Yeah.
Look how you're getting hit by all the kunais. Yeah.
And
They're just taking those hits, huh?
I couldn't get the full area grab, but now the full area grab lands. So. Ooh.
Wow, the neo variable sword. Double hit.
The double
Oh,
hit.
You learned the timings on that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, you see, there's no counter hit there. I don't know if you can counter hit with a charge shot, though. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Right. You actually kind of nerfed her damage, too, by taking that extra panel. Because now she's not safe from your charge shot.
Yeah.
And she can only trade when facing right in front of you. So she has to line up, which is easy judgment conversions or something like that.
Yeah. And now she has the wind rack ready, which interrupts the charge shots into Judgment, which returns her area.
Really smart. Decided not to go for the judgment earlier than that. But that looked like also a late THC. I guess he didn't mind just eating some book damage.
Yeah.
Life Orb comes up after seeing the wind rack. Very smart. And not much Slashman can do about that right now. Oh, these lava panels are in the way too.
Yeah.
Oh, with the wind box.
So the lava panels will interrupt Sal's charge because she doesn't have super armor, so she needs to be very careful of them when they don't really affect Tomahawk Man as much.
She's gonna go ahead and place down this wind box. Unfortunately, I feel like it's really risky to put down objects on this kind of field because of the volcano panels, right? It's gonna do damage to your object there, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, so Salad needs to find, there is basically one good place that she can put it, which is directly in front of her, because that makes it more than freely out of my charge shot range, but allows her to move freely as well. Let's see what she decides. Okay, so she went to that place.
Right there in the center. Magnum's gonna come out here trying to limit your movements just a little bit. Oh man, this charge shot's not very great for DPS from Slashman, but against a Navi without super armor, man, whew.
Yeah. Especially against the slower charging navis. So getting in with
the double machine gun did so much damage. Here's another panel grab. Very invasive.
Yeah. I mean, this is Salah's game plan. She wants to get the panel grabs. She wants to be able to get in with the charge shots to do a lot of damage, which forces out the opponent's defense to allow her to use in the other chips, like as we see here, base and the machine guns.
Now that you don't have life or base is a lot safer to go for. Oh, the erase man. You tried to get a confirmation in there, but it didn't work out. Oh, but you did get the grab revenge. Nice. Okay. Double point. Bubble wrap. Base. Just goes for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the HP was low enough that the bubble wrap, even if that connected, it didn't really make a difference.
Right. Going for max damage, of course.
Yeah.
You're like, you gotta get that max value, you know. It's my favorite Giga, for sure, Sigmund. I really do like it a lot.
Yeah.
Good old base, yeah.
Okay, so going to
game
game
two.
2. Solid has an interesting start. 2 machine guns, anti-sword, and the double point.
Anti-sword's really good here for against your charge shots specifically too.
Yeah.
Ah, slow gaze turn again. Yeah, definitely. She's definitely gonna hide in this front panel. There's the eerie grab.
To the life order.
Oh, that's a really good turn 1.
She does have the anti-sword though, so that could protect her from the last swing.
And the invisible's gonna protect her into the next turn as well.
Mm.
Okay, seems like she's gonna have to trade. Oh no, she has the wind rack. All right, cool. She wrecked it. Smart. And the panel grabs too. This is gonna be pretty decent for her. Oh, the precognizant dodge, yo. When you just sense that danger, oh, this is rough.
Still can position herself to avoid the charge shot. I don't have full confirmation, which is what we're seeing here. And the anti-sword activating. But now she doesn't have anywhere to run away. But the blast man 2x connects. That's 500 damage.
It's actually ironic because Tomahawk Man doesn't have the worst weakness in this format, right? At worst, he's taking what, 250 extra damage from a blast man.
Yeah.
It's usually the slash man and the fire navis that get dumped on the worst for their having their weaknesses like Aquaman SP, Meteor Knuckles, Ground Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so Tomahawk Man is nerfed by grass also being a thing, so he can take in the 750 from Blast Man. But if you think about it, one anti-damage can stop that, but the other navis, they have a lot more things that can damage them, so unless you plan your folder against Tomahawk, it's a lot harder to have the chips to deal a lot of the damage.
Indeed, indeed. And you go for the element Iceman to try and lock down Salah's movement here as she responds in kind with that Erase Man. Ooh, free damage. Oh, you tried to break it! Oh, but she had the anti-navi!
Yes, the anti-navi. So taking 2 Erase Man SPs in one turn.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry! Like, why? It didn't have to be that way. It's fine, you have all this area. Oh!
Sliding helped her to avoid the charge shot.
Yes. Oh no, not twice though. Alright, does she have enough time to sneak this in? Yes, she does. And it's gonna deal with that trap. It's a good read based on your movement, trying to get these charge shots, so she knew you had to come back to the center.
Yeah. And now, so from my end, I see my HP, I have 200. I'm in the dangerous position because one element of my fire can't take the game. So I really don't have that much freedom to use what I want. But Solid also has 700 HP, and 700 is quite low, especially given SP navis and my Giga. If I can draw that, then that could be game.
Yes, the Giga, especially since she's trying to hide in this corner from your charge shots. But the problem here is the trap that she has, right? You need to get rid of this trap before you can do anything. Oh, the recover!
To back row.
And the back row fan floor! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, yeah, that's another reason why that charge shot's good.
Yeah, so it just destroys all objects. It hits everywhere and destroys them in one hit.
Okay. This is big, because you're hiding in this back row. Oh, but you come all the way forward. Very nice.
And
so the importance of that is that those 6 back rows, or your opponent's regular area, like normal area without area grabs, that's the range for base, right? If your opponent steps forward in your area, then that means they won't be hit by that base at all.
Yeah. And although my HP is quite low, she can't really risk me getting Meteor Knuckles or some of my other chips without her having any defense for the whole turn. Even just my charge shots could be enough to win me that game if she can't regain the area back.
Right. There goes the life cord that she has in hand. Invisible. You're trying to get some baiting out here.
Ooh,
Oh, missed input.
missed the input. That would have been 2 hits before the life aura came in, so that could have been big. Then the anti-damage goes on the charge shots.
There's the wind. Element Man in hand. This will be game.
If it connects. Last
If it
moment.
connects.
Then it
Oh, no
does
GFC.
connect.
That's game.
That is game. Well played, solid. For that game, it was a close game.
Very close match.
Especially given that Tomahawk has status guard and super armor, so he has a lot of the good stats going from high HP, 7 navis. He has basically everything you can have in a navi. But Solid still manages to gain that win, so very well played. Okay, so going into our next match, which is going to be Symes versus Buster.
All right. Very interesting art here. So, Buster has Ground Man and Erase Man in the background with his man. It's like he's basically saying, "Hey man, no hard feelings, but I got something for you." It's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Grandman's face, and he's worried too because you see his eyebrows just like flared upwards. He's just like, I don't want to be
What's
your friend."
happening?
Like, no, you're setting me up for something. I don't like it.
Yeah. And the racer's just there. Oh yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. It's going to be fine.
Everything's okay, dude. We're friends here, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man. I really like the no color here too with the Magnum in the background. It's actually really dope.
Yeah.
Now looking at this Spout Man. Now Spout Man's usually supposed to be cute, cuddly,
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah.
This is not the case with this Spout Man. He's very angry. Look at his face. Look how mad he is. He has red eyes. This is dark Spout Man.
Yeah, so I think Symes, when he made that drawing, he said that he wanted to show the true nature of Spoutman.
Wow.
So that's an interesting take on Spoutman.
He sounds like the edgewise detective that's been on the force for years, but there's that one mayor or one politician that everyone loves. He's like, no.
Yeah.
See the truth.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Good takes on these characters. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's also interesting because Symes has part of the folder in his drawing, so we see there the train arrow on Spoutman.
Yeah. Train arrow is really, really powerful chip against navis without super armor, especially. And most navis in general, if you can get an Aqua Dragon off the turn before, or somehow get some ice panels on the board.
Yeah.
Or those flash bombs. Flash bombs will come in handy for locking down those Aqua arrows. So we'll see a lot of damage coming out of that. So it's like, if you're in your back row, it's like 8 hits.
Yeah.
And does 100 times each, so it's like 800 damage charged. It's really strong.
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
strong chip.
So one of the abilities that Spoutman has is to charge Aqua Chips for 2x damage. So that's why we see a lot of the Aqua Chips that Symes have. So Train Arrow, 2 Bubbles, 2 Aqua Dragons. Almost all of them can be used for setting it up into each other, or like for his charge shots as well. So that's going to be interesting. He has 3 flash bombs. So his folder is heavy on setting up. Yeah.
Right. So you can go Aqua Dragon, Flash Bomb, Train Arrow, or Bubble Star, Aqua Dragon, Flash Bomb, Train Arrow, or any order of that. Like, it's really good. Or if Bubble Star, Train Arrow straight up. It's really solid, the setup here.
Yeah. Okay,
and then looking over at Buster.
Yeah. So he's also running F code, which I think is more common to see with Erase Man.
Yes, because of all those machine gun 3s and all those magnums you have in that folder. It just makes sense to have that at your disposal, you know.
Yeah, so Erase Man gives plus 30 to all cursor chips, so that includes machine gun and magnum. And the way he can use magnum is to break the panels and use that to confirm the machine gun for 400 damage each. so that could be a lot of damage. We also see he has the Erase Man trio, so Erase Man, EX, and SP.
Yep. He's playing 3 of himself with those nice laser
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually really interesting. The combo he's going for here with his not the Erase Mans, but his gold chip is to use the wind, so that way your opponent can go in and out of his charge of that shot multiple times to do a nice chunk of damage. And you also see the coming road there as well, so he's really trying to nail that down as a combo. Those multi-hits will come in handy if you can actually pull them off.
Yeah, exactly. And they all remove pierce, anti-damage, and invis. So the only thing is either your opponent is able to step out of them or has life aura. And Erase Man SP just removes life aura because 200 damage, over 200 damage. So even that could be stopped if Buster gets the right hand. Okay, so let's head right on to the next match to see how it turns out. Okay, so we're starting here. It looks like they're starting on an ice field, so that's very good for Symes, because his shot is now going to freeze Buster, which will allow him to confirm, but also will interrupt his attacks. Okay, Buster starts with invis into the TFCing the area grab back, and Symes holding on to the invis. Okay, gets hit twice by the machine gun, so that's still 200 damage, which is quite a lot. Okay, the machine gun, and now, okay, so Symes going for the setup for next turn. So he threw the flash bomb and the bubble, so what he would want to do is the bubble to connect first, and then he will hit with flashing chip, then hit with the flash bomb to pierce the invis, and then do more damage. Okay, area grab gets counted. Erase Man SP, and Symes decides not to TFC. But then Buster misses the Erase Man SP. Into, okay, so the ice destroying the flash bomb. That was nice smashing from Buster. Managed to avoid the combo.
Gets clipped up from the bubble star.
Yeah.
And Tomahawk Swing comes out, doing a nice chunk of damage to him. And Tango SP, since it doesn't cause flinching. Yeah, that's gonna be some rough damage.
This is for the 2x damage. That was a lot of damage in one turn.
Moving around that charge shot, Erase Man's charge shot is really hard to work with sometimes because of the range and how it works.
Yeah.
They don't get hit by the stick part of it, they only get hit by the scythe part. So if they step forward or backwards into it, it's fine.
Yeah, and it has long enough wind up that the opponent's most likely able to avoid it. That was nice placement. Unfortunately, it gets destroyed by P-shots.
Man's gonna come out, take care of this shield.
Okay. We'll see if Buster has the Blast Man. Doesn't look like it. And now his HP is getting very low. I think that's probably game. One charge shot and Symes can finish off.
Not enough time to get that charge shot off though. So we're gonna have to see something coming out of Symes. He's gonna try and spin on him.
Okay, see if that works.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
Okay.
Alright. I don't know if he could have gone away, or Buster could have gone away with
Yeah, I'm not sure. So Erase Man has one of the slower paralyzed time. So maybe with fast enough mashing, he could have survived it.
Yeah, maybe. It was also a flash bomb. No, it was a Erase Man. Yeah, so maybe some mashing she could have gotten out there. Alright, Judgment coming on down. Throw that whip and get that area back immediately. Yeah, and then getting in with the charge shots into Erase Man EX. Nice. So he's trying to go in for the charge shots with the Erase Man. See if he lands. Okay, he does that one again. Nice, that's nice. Oh, Slash Man, but the Invis, nah, not having any of that. Sorry. Nice. So Buster using his chips very well, though. The flash bomb is going down, so we'll see if Buster is able to stop that, or he might take out the combo. Train arrow. There is Ooh, okay.
But I don't
I
think.
would take this chain arrow. Oh,
Okay.
he's doing it. He's taking the chain arrow. God.
Interesting. Ooh.
Proto-Man's gonna come out. Oh, but he stepped right in time in front of that hole, so Proto-Man won't be able to do anything. Area grab's gonna come out.
Another area grab.
Another area grab. There it is. All right.
Ooh, missing the back
Oh.
object.
Yeah, he can't see.
And now Symes doesn't really have a way of dealing that much damage with his train arrow. So he might have to
That's
throw
fine
it away, yeah.
because- And yeah, he's gonna opt to throw it away. Very good. Very good movement from Buster. Aware of that train arrow is just gonna press forward. Ooh! Base comes out uncontested, gonna eat all this damage. I think it's like 480?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that's right.
Yeah. Solid damage from Battleship. Just one Battleship like that,
Yeah. But now Symes has the +1 area, so he's able to get in with more freedom with his charge shots.
Weaving in and out of these short shots. That's a really bad place to be at Spoutman. But breaking that panel right behind Buster will allow him to stay in this front row.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Slimes to stay in this front row.
that's one of the interesting things about Spoutman, because your charge shots cracks panels, so you can use that to control where the opponent is going to move.
There goes the grab revenge, but the anti-damage is going to eat it up for him. And now you're stuck.
Ooh.
And now there's a coming road.
Oh,
But
I'm not sure what
that's
happened there.
okay. What happened was the panel was coming back toward to Buster. So when he moved back,
Yeah.
it was despawning, so he couldn't just move back there again. So Symes was
Oh,
basically out of that for free. Yeah,
okay.
that was very interesting.
Yeah.
Very smart from Symes, knowing that grab revenge was just used and using that to his advantage to get out of there.
Ooh, getting 4 hits,
Ooh.
missing the second one though. Magnum, does
Magnum?
connect.
60 HP, it's really close. Oh, in this in your face. There's nothing you can do here. Oh, this base.
And he has Tengu and Tomahawk, so if he lands with both of them, then that could be game for Symes. See if he manages to get the comeback. Ooh!
Okay. Oh, a leg beam. What was that,
Nice.
frame 2?
Yeah.
That was actually pretty fast. Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa.
There's nice play from Buster because it stopped. It didn't give Symes a chance to TFC defense, so and he was still stuck in animation, so that just sealed the game for him.
Yeah, for sure. Yikes, that was tough. Turn 1, both players using these invisibles and life alert coming up from Symes' side. Oh,
Ooh.
he knew that
Yeah.
machine gun was coming. He just felt it in his bones.
Losing any of the machine guns for Buster could be very big because each one's 400 damage, and
Yes.
his folder doesn't have as much damage potential other than the machine guns and his combo. So he really needs to get in as much of these as he can.
Wind drag coming out. No.
Ooh,
Erase man.
I think that might have been a
that's a
mashing
bad
mistake.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Magnum.
Oh no.
Misses as well. And now he's stuck in area. Okay,
Nice. Got it. Oh,
nice.
that happened to me a lot when I was fighting Buster last week. I would go for this charge shot and then accidentally just get swiped by his
Yeah,
sight.
yeah. You both have the same range for the charge shot, so it's interesting seeing who can get in theirs first.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Antonia. The invis timing for this smash was really good from Buster's side, yeah. Managing defenses is very important. Like, if you just got hit, right, you can use those iframes to just kind of move around and do whatever, and then if you use an invis on top of that,
Yeah.
that's extra time of just not getting hit or anything at all, so it's actually really good to use compound invis on top of that.
Yeah.
Usually you want to save it for a TFC though, right?
Yeah, you don't want to use it early. Give your opponent the chance to wait for it to expire and then hit you anyway. So.
Aqua Dragon not going to be able to do anything here. Might as well not charge at this point. And I'm going to get Magnum getting rid of that trap.
Ooh, into Judgment.
Oh, Judgment! This is a really good turn for Buster.
Then he should be able to get a charge shot as well. Nice. Okay.
Oh. There it is. All these ships do nothing. Gonna mash them out. There it is. Navis in the back. This is not good. A coming road with the wind.
Yeah.
This is ideal for Buster right now. This is the perfect setup. But we do see that train arrow in that hand and a flash dom. This really could be GG. Just gotta nail down. Oh, and this area came back.
Okay.
Nice.
Buster is on ice though. He could get frozen. That's it. Into the flash bomb.
Oh, this is max
Double
damage.
point.
We're seeing it.
Into the train arrow finish. Oh,
what
wow.
a finish. Oh my gosh. What a finish.
That was a rough finish for Buster.
Yo. That was so much damage,
yeah.
yo. Nice. He finally got the setup. It paid off.
Yeah. Yeah, the train arrow, it's a lot of setup, but if you do manage to get it off, it's very good.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, big win con. Yeah, it's a very strong chip, especially for Spotland. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's 100 per hit, man. That's a lot. That's really a lot. And he was in the back row too. Oof.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's a tough time.
All right, well played to both players. That was a close game. Okay, so heading on into our next match, it's going to be SoulXCross versus Symes.
Yes.
This will be an interesting one.
True man has a spout mirror. That's what true men do.
Yeah.
Spout mirrors, okay? That's how we gotta do it.
Yeah.
Very contrasting arts here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my Spoutman, he can't control the firepower of his host, so it's like, yeah. He's small boy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, also, you Spotman got an upgrade for this week. I think this is the first time you do color with your throwing as well, is that right?
Yes. So I don't have any, like, color pencils and anything like that at the crib. I used to, but I don't know, I must have lost them in the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was at work, so I decided, hey, you know what? These seem highlighters right here. Let me go ahead and whip these out. Throw some pizzazz in here or something.
Yeah.
And it does make the art look a lot cuter. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I really liked it with the color added to it. I think it makes it look a lot better. Okay, so quickly looking at your setup, yeah.
Yeah, we're playing the same build, essentially. I'm not playing Train Arrow. Instead, I'm playing Summon Blacks.
Yeah.
Which could have been Train Arrows, honestly. In retrospect, it is kind of hard to set up Summon Blacks sometimes. But I feel like it's really good damage because I've already make holes with my charge shot. So I opted for that instead of trying to set up Train Arrow. I'm not sure what's more correct. I actually really do like Train Arrow though. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they each have different use. Train Arrow is harder to set up probably, but then could have a lot more damage. Although Summon Black is more of a confirmed damage that you can also use to zone out the opponent with the cracking of panels. So it's an interesting choice.
You also have different choices in mega chips as well. Symes opting for the TT combination of influidity of having 2 mega chips in one hand.
Yeah.
And I'm opting to use myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And alongside Groundman SP, Elementman SP, and Slashman.
Yeah.
Now,
So
I feel like Groundman and Elementman are really powerful in this format because Navis have element bodies.
Yeah.
And Groundman just hurt Slash like a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So you went for the not decrossing, for the 2x damage from your navis, which is very much valid because of how much one navi could literally swing the game. And they also
Now,
Grandman SP breaks panels, so you can use that to also set
right,
up your other attacks.
right. It's a zoning technique that I was trying to go for, or the zoning motif.
Yeah.
And furthermore, we both chose different Gigas. He went base anomaly, and I went cross divide. And I'm a little sad that I didn't go base anomaly.
Yeah.
But my problem with base anomaly is that there's always a ton of holes on the floor in this format, especially from me.
Yeah.
So I didn't want my opponent to use it against me. So I just figured cross divide would be better, and I hit Tengu for a little extra damage with that as well. So got a little something for everybody.
All right, so we'll see how the mirror match is going to play out.
Keep versus Cold Killer. Let's see what happens. There we go. Got our little blue boy in the stream and in the battle.
1 second. Okay.
Now, what's interesting here is that I decided not to go for any regged chips. I believe this allows me to see certain chips faster, especially like my Giga. It comes up a lot earlier in the hands. I've noticed when you don't have like a reg or tagged cards in your hands, so it's actually pretty interesting. And I play 2 win backs, right? So they've made it safe to go for something like that, right?
Okay, and we're seeing the starting field is on ice panels, so this being Spark Mirror will be interesting because they both have free movement on ice, so they can move normally, and they both will freeze the other person when a charge shot lands. So we'll see how they both try to get an advantage out of that.
My thought process here was trying to abuse these ice panels, but also wanting to take area. The best way to abuse these panels was to like use the Aquaman chip and jump in the center and like try to see if you can get some freezes going. So it's really just tossing up between those 2 aspects. I don't know which to go for.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah, I think I love that one.
Okay.
Now, one of my favorite things to do is to put those cubes in the back row. Because it's very, like, annoying.
Yeah. And I thought you'd push the... Ooh, nice. Ooh, but then the bubble comes out at the end.
Yeah, so... I just wanted to look at my predicament.
Staring right at you.
Like, in my face. I was like, what do I do? And it's funny too because I got my charge shot to hit Symes there.
Yeah.
But now he's in iframes, so I can't even do anything with it. Like I'm just literally stuck.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't like this position for myself at all.
Yeah. At least what's gonna happen is you're gonna get frozen by the bubble, so electric chips won't deal 2x damage. Ooh, double hit into the ball.
But I had to do this just in case. I felt like this was a train arrow play coming out from Symes, and I wanted no parts of it.
Yeah. Then you managed to land in with the Element Man SP2X.
I don't know how I dodged that. I didn't know anything. That was not a read from me. I just something said, I'm gonna step backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get away from you real quick.
Your spider senses told you.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Okay. So you have an interesting hand right now because you have the 2 machine guns, and with the way Symes' area is looking, you might be able to get in 4 hits with both of them.
It's very possible. But I ended up not taking it. I don't know why I didn't take it. Oh, that's why. I wasn't gonna get max hits because there was a broken panel on the floor there. So I kind of just opted not to take it and go for charge shots instead.
Then throwing the bubble. Although I think
Clears out the fan.
Yeah, I think the bubble might get destroyed by the cube and be stoked. I'm not sure if that will happen.
I'm pretty sure it stops, on the cube because it just has too much HP.
Yeah.
I feel like if it has more if it does more damage than the cube, it'll just go through it.
Yeah.
Like it did with the fan. But
Okay. Nice, getting the freeze again.
No.
Ooh, the anti-navi. That's interesting. I don't know. I feel like this anti-navi was bait for something to come in afterwards. Because you're not even taking 2x damage from it, so... Ooh. Pass anomaly. And
Yeah.
that's going to be 4 hits.
Thankfully, I didn't step forward and take more than just 4 hits.
Yeah.
That would have been really bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
I'm actually really happy in the situation that Symes went for Element Man, because I was able to use that to get grass panels and clear out all those ice panels on my side, so I can get like locked up and frozen. So it actually worked out.
Okay, that's a good point. Ooh, and the anti-damage TFC, so Sam's going to lose that.
Alright, playing basketball, shooting my bubbles into the hoop.
Yeah.
There goes one machine gun.
2 hits with the machine gun. And the life aura from Symes. So yeah, this matchup life aura doesn't really do that much because all of your aqua chips, basically all of them,
Just
can be
clear it
charged.
free.
Yeah, so they can be charged to do 200 damage, and you still have 2 wind racks in your folder. So
I did not want to lose to barriers at all, so I brought everything.
yeah,
all the stuff.
yeah. Okay, let's see if you're trying to line up. Ooh, missing the race, man.
He knew it was coming. He knew. Like, there's no way he didn't.
Ooh, but then landing with the Grandman SP, oh wow, that was a lot of damage. And then
he walks into my charge shot. I was
charge shot
forcing it.
finishes.
Now we got the round 2.
Okay, starting again on the same field. Oh wow, okay.
The same exact field. It's like the true one. Who can use these better?
Yeah. And then you also started with the wind rack again, so we'll see if you decide to go for pushing the cube.
Pushing the cube is weird, but basically I think of it as turning wind rack into a projectile that does 60 more damage, right? So if he does step forward, he, you know, gets hit by the cube for 200.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then I lock up a piece of his row. So why not?
Yeah. And it's interesting.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. Getting in with drop shower. Ooh. But then ending it being frozen.
Yeah, that's not good for me.
Yeah. I mean, you do have the life aura, so hopefully you'll be able to TFC that if he has anything. But we'll see if he uses real-time chips instead to combo. Because he has, as we've seen before, Symes has a lot of combo potential and can deal a lot of damage in one turn.
Yes, for sure.
Ooh, missing the charge shot. Then Aqua Dragon again. And missing again, oh wow. Nice on the mashing. Okay.
I really wanted to lock him down here, and that flinch was going to give me that, but unfortunately,
grab
Symes was able to go for it. Yeah.
And then
And an area grab of his own. Yeah. It was really tough.
But then you gain your own grab banish. Into Raceman, okay. Okay, that's going to push him. Because if you had a hole behind him, then he wouldn't be pushed. Ooh, the Tangle Man SP removes the barrier.
But not the anti-damage, because I was on that magic 3 panels. Unfortunately, I did lose my barrier there.
Okay, so... Ooh, he was still flashing. Interesting, okay. Missing the bubble.
That erasement.
Then the erasement miss.
It was really close. Anti-damage gonna take care of my... Oh, the area grab gonna take care of my anti-damage.
Okay, but you do land in... So now this machine gun's actually worse for you because you're stuck in animation. So what Symes can do is step back, throw something like flash bomb, then by the time your animation ends you'll be stuck with the flash bomb. But it doesn't look like that happens. Okay. Grab banish pierces Symes invis. To area grab. Ooh, life aura
comes out from Symes' side, yeah.
So that's going to protect him from your charge shots while giving him opportunity. Ah, missing on your invis. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I couldn't mash it out in time, but I couldn't afford to like just hang on to it either.
Yeah.
I needed to get rid of this barrier here, so I went for the bubble star.
Okay. We'll see if that lands because he could very well step that if he has the right movement.
And yeah, okay, alright. I was
Ooh.
able to do it, I forgot. I didn't remember what happened from this point.
Okay, it does land. Then you use your air grab, but the broken panels are still stopping you from moving freely. Okay, double point. Ooh. So trainer combo, and I think you were on an ice panel, so you stuck taking the whole thing.
I don't think I am actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh,
So I actually kind of just flinched and
just
took all
flinch,
that.
yeah. You do take 2 summon blacks you're trying to go in with. Ooh, missing on the charge shot.
Couldn't mash out fast enough.
Flash
Lots
on
of
the
damage
ball.
coming out.
Oh well, that was basically a full turn with you not being able to do much.
Yeah. I didn't want to just throw away 2 summon blacks, so I decided to just go right back into the fight.
Yeah.
Which is a little weird too.
And some blacks is 500 damage for both of them, so that could be big. But you don't know
Yeah,
how
but
much
he also has
HP
this
some
anti-damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just ate all that.
Ooh, the slash minus speed, okay. And that was
I
probably
don't know why I
missed.
chained that here.
Yeah.
I was just probably mashing.
Okay, taking the
Oh,
damage.
and I stepped back.
Ooh, wow. Okay, still had them days.
So it's not bad, but it's still
Yeah.
bad because I didn't. It's a misplay. That was a huge blunder turn for me.
Yeah, and now it's actually bad for you because one grab banish could do most of your HP.
Yeah. Very close proximity. A little
Yeah.
too close.
Although you do have the full area slash man, so if you can't get that in, that could change the game to your favor. Okay, Symes goes for an area grab. Ooh, but the area returns straight away, so he just missed out on his area grab. And he was standing in front of a hole, so okay, nice. The anti-damage protecting you.
Yeah, but because of the placement, none of the base and only the discs are gonna come my way.
Nice. Okay. So what I was saying is that Symes was always behind the hole, so that was protecting him from your slash man. Ooh. And
Yeah, I tried to time it and I missed.
we see that here. Okay.
And
oh,
he's
nice.
stuck.
And then
What
you
did
get
he do
the
there?
double freeze. Ooh. So okay, you have alphabet soup in your hand, so you can only take one thing with the wind rack.
Now, the wind rack is actually... No, well, I could have just went Element Man. I just noticed that.
Oh, nice.
But I get to finish off with the host.
Yeah. I mean, the Spoutman SP is more confirmed because you might miss the timing for Element Man. So nice. That was a good game.
Very tough game. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love Spoutman.
Yeah, it's very interesting
have my
seeing
blue
how
buttons
the
on.
charge shots interact with each other and then cause the dynamic of the field. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Like, it was very awesome, actually. I actually really liked fields like that, especially in the mirror match, because now it's just like, it's ultimate
Yeah.
chess.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to use these panels first?
Yeah. Okay.
Very close match. Good games.
Okay, heading into the next match, it's going to be Shadow versus Salad. Okay, so we've already seen Salad play, we've seen her folder and the drawing, and now going into Shadow's build and drawing, more importantly.
Yes, I love this picture because he's dreaming about snakes.
Yeah.
Just, man, I just want to use snakes.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, the lore for that picture is that for this cycle, we also banned the use of Geddon, and Shadow wanted to use Geddon with snakes, but because we banned it, for this week, so he couldn't use it. So the Tomahawk Man is just dreaming of using snakes.
It's a really good picture. I love it to death. He even got some drool coming out over there.
Yeah.
Man. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love this art.
Yeah, it's very good. Okay, so looking at
Looking into
Shadow's
the
folder,
folder.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting. So we've already seen me play versus Solid, and I was the other Tomahawk in this week. So Shadow took quite different approach from the folder building
Quite.
that I did.
Absolutely, he did.
Yeah,
He's
so
going straight up J code, looking for that destroy pulse.
exactly.
One of the best program advances in this game. Actually, if not the best
Yeah,
program advance. In this
I
game,
think it's
right?
probably the best one, probably by far as well.
Yeah.
It's very good. So it deals very long blind. I'm not sure on how many frames, but it's very long. And
And
paralysis,
it has a huge hitbox.
yeah. So it has a huge hitbox, can be confirmed by Elec Pulse 2. The paralysis goes even through status guard and causes HP custom bug. So your HP drains down while you're in custom. So these are very strong effects. And comboing that with the 5 area grabs he has and his charge shot. So he wants to go in with area, and that will also allow him to get in with all of his pulses and use them to also combo into other stuff as well.
It's actually a really good folder, you know, with the recover of 300s too, just in case he gets into some scary situations.
Yeah,
Anti-Navi's there for that blast man in case they try to throw it at him.
yeah,
It's actually a really well-rounded folder. I have the Justice 1. Justice 1's actually really niche here because it's basically a one-sided get-in.
yeah. And it also, if it hits in the center, it can deal, is it 400 damage? So 2x damage to Solid Slash.
Oh yes, it is. It is 400 damage for Slashman. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
And then the Giga choice for Shadow is Knuckles as well.
Here I come. Tougher than Knuckles. Like Sonic, I don't Knuckles.
Yeah. So we saw in our game, I didn't manage to get in. I don't think I even used any of my Knuckles when playing versus Solid. So we'll see if Shadow is able to get in the massive damage potential, and Pro might be able to use that to win games straight away. So that will be interesting. And yeah, I think we can head right straight into the match.
Alright, let's do it. Now, Shadow's an experienced player that we've had around here for quite a while, you know. He comes in and out, comes and goes, and plays around with everybody.
Yeah.
And Salad is definitely a war veteran. Like, Salad's been here from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is going to be a very interesting match. Two very experienced players going at it, you know.
Okay, so starting the first field with Permahull. So this will be interesting because although it doesn't really affect the charge shot for Shadow because it has the life sword range, it will affect his ability to hit in max damage Knuckles. Ooh.
Unless, ooh.
Okay.
Locked up to
interesting
one
choice.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just camp it there too. Yeah, you know what? I was worth it. But then he goes back in. Interesting. Alright, just some P shots.
Okay.
Anti-damage comes out, and a one rack in hand is gonna be wasted, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do with that.
He
You see,
still has
it's always
the-
awkward starting off the match with 300 HP in your hand. Oh, and a counter hit. Unfortunately, it's wasted on the anti-damage.
Yeah. And now.
Anti-sword.
Oh yeah, that is true. It could be answered. But Shadow knows it's not anti-navi. So he can use, for example, Erase Man to make sure he can pierce through that.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, as you were saying, so Tomahawk Man has 6 custom, so starting with the recovery 300s can be rough.
Yes. It's like a dead card in hand that you can't really use right away.
Yeah.
You can use it now.
I mean, that will still waste about 100 HP, I think, because
Yeah.
yeah,
But for the sake of like cycling through your folder,
Yeah. Okay, so he has anti-damage into invis, Solid still charging the charge shots. Ooh, Raceman.
Yes. Ooh, and that's gonna take care of that trap. But no freeze or paralysis here
Yeah.
because Tomahawk Man has wood body. Yeah,
And
I think taking the recovery roll here would have been a good choice, especially since there's that.
nice.
So it is. It's anti-sword
Yeah.
×2 there. Yeah.
So I think that was a read on Shadow's part because the way Salad was moving, she didn't really have any reason to not camp at the back and go for charge shots from there. She wanted to bait in the charge shot from Shadow to gain the 600 damage anti-sword. So Shadow used that, used the Spoutman SP because he figured that out. I guess he could have also,
safe.
yeah, he could have also thrown it away for the anti-damage, but that was very well played anyway. Okay.
Sal taking her time, trying to come up with a great strategy to come back into
Yeah.
this with.
And Shadow's going to take in the Destroy Pulse, so we'll see if he's going to be able to land that.
Judgment. That's a confirm. Yep, nope, she's gonna eat this Detroit
Yeah.
Pulse. Oh. Where is he? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw out these charge shots anyway, it doesn't even matter.
Oh, still lands.
What? Yo, wait, hold on. What? Okay. So, actually looking at this, right?
Yeah.
I think that was a good play to go for the back row,
Yeah.
regardless, because going for the back row meant that Shadow was going to be stuck in range of the charge shot if she stepped onto that
Yeah.
panel grab area.
Yeah.
So it was safe either way. So it was a good play to set up your charge, or you did some damage and you still shut up your charge. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
it wasn't just random. Yeah, that's the point.
And that's second Magnum. Ooh. So she
And
locks
you're
it
not
in.
coming anywhere near me. Stop it.
Yeah. I mean,
Ah.
she's still. I don't think she really knows where he is.
No clue. She has an
Ooh.
idea now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's stuck there.
The double point. Oh wow. Okay. So she.
Judgment?
I think that was quite a big misplay from Shadow's part because he could have waited on the anti-navi and used that to TFC into the base that Salad uses, which will override that base.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, there's Meteor Knuckle.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Meteor Knuckle
Oh, no.
alone
He's
could.
taking it.
Yeah.
He's taking it. Oh, no. No way. Oh, no, it's gonna happen. Panel grab, area grab. Okay, there's
Okay. Let's see.
She's safe.
So he knows that she has the anti-damage. Ooh. Throw
Oh.
flash. Ah.
Oh, the Invis. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, that was literally game. Slash man throwing out these cone eyes.
Okay.
Looking like a real ninja.
So this is very close game. They both can lose easily from charge shots, which is why Shadow's going for the life aura to start with, because now the charge shots from Salad are really threatening for him.
Right. He's not gonna have time to use it. He's gonna actually eat this one kunai.
Yeah. I mean, eating
But
that
at least he's
kunai.
still out of defense.
Yeah. So eating that kunai is actually better for him because it gave him flashing, so Salad couldn't TFC anything with his life aura.
Right.
Ooh. Just the
Ooh.
wind rack and Magnum. Let's see if that lands. It does. Okay.
Very close game. 2 charge shots would even it up though.
Ooh, the element man.
Oh.
That would finish off.
Yeah, that was rough. Game 2. Oh, Justice 1.
Okay. Started with
Are
it
you
straight
just gonna
away.
do it? I think I would. Yeah, I think I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason not to.
I mean, he's debating if he should take in the second area grab. Okay, so he decides not to.
I think it was smart because he's going for this Justice 1 to not go for that, Oh!
Ooh.
Yo! If he... Yo, Salad! Yo!
Oh.
So close to death there! Wow! Yo, that would have been insane!
Okay.
Using the machine gun to lure Shadow into a Judge Man, really good thought process and planning from Salad's end. But, yo, if he had gotten that freeze with
Yeah.
the element, man, oh my gosh.
That could have been very
That would have
big.
been 800 damage? Yo,
Yeah.
that would have been disgusting. Yo, come on. Life for it? Oh, I live here now. This is my life. I
Okay.
understand.
Yeah. And now not even
Yeah,
Windrak can push him because he has
No,
a
I'm
broken
stuck.
panel behind him. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he messed up that charge.
Ooh, the anti-sword.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, very good defense from Salad.
Yeah.
Amazing defense.
And Shadow doesn't have the slow gauge in his folder, so he just has to go with the normal gauge turns, try to gain as much damage as he can.
You know, looking at the folders and taking 5 area grabs, I definitely think I would have took that. That's, you know, slow gauge just so I can have it. I mean,
Yeah.
I have all this pressure
Yeah.
on field.
Yeah, I agree. And even then, like, if someone was running fast gauge, then you really don't have much to do. I guess he has the pulses and the SP navis, but all the 5 area grabs won't be able to do as much in with the charge shots.
Yeah.
Okay, the race
Oh,
that will pierce the anti-damage.
Shadow says he didn't want to be a bully with slow gauge.
I mean,
I understand.
he does have destroy pulse. That is the ooh, the wind pushing and getting rid of the life aura.
You know, Salad's in this little hole.
Yeah.
And she's very comfortable, you know? I like this little space. I'm used to being inside corners. I think I'm chilling.
Yeah, and so
It's
this
fine. Everything's okay.
is very interesting because if Shadow gets an invis, then because of the object that Salad plays, he will be able to go to the front area and keep the area advantage. Otherwise, the wind would have pushed him away, and Salad might have been able to regain that area. So the wind box could actually work in favor for Shadow to allow him to keep the +2 area advantage, but doesn't look like he has invis, so not much to do there.
It would have been interesting too because that slash from the Tomahawk man would have took out the life aura and the dogs itself, you know?
Yeah.
You're right, Uvu, it is a nice house. Got air conditioning, yeah, got all kinds of cosmetics. Oh, this is his chance. Oh, he decided to bust her instead.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ooh, so I think he has. Is that destroy pulse? No. So I think he might be missing pulse 1. But so he's
Yeah, this is interesting.
see what he decides. Okay, so he's going for pulse 2 to pierce the invis and anti-damage. Another trap from Salad. Ooh, nice.
Oh! That was so smart! That's basically defense.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move. No problem. Navi coming out. Gonna get rid of that. Oh, Knuckles! No, no, you watched the Knuckles see you saw it. He just
Going with
lost
the
all
area
stuff.
grabs.
Don't want to be a bully.
Final grab
Okay.
and knuckle. Is that?
No, not
Oh,
that.
oh. The anti-damage
Knuckles.
saving Salad.
Not today. So I was like, no. You're gonna have to play patiently. No cheap wins for you. I got 300 of these HP.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hold on to all 300 of them.
Yeah. So far, Salad hasn't been hit by any of the knuckles we've seen used, so... The destroy
so the
pulse, though.
destroy pulse here, it's a guilty hit, right? He's like, all right, I'll use destroy pulse. You didn't want that. You wanted that galaxy brain
Yeah,
meteor fists.
and that's the game.
Oh, fine. Oh, game 3. Okay, so there must have been a desync in
Yeah.
the last game, or some kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, they
So
have these
we're
ones.
doing the rest of the game here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh man. Whew. That was a kind of crazy last game. Almond Man coming out. Blast Man gonna respond. No
Interesting.
big deal. I'll take 500. Not a problem.
I mean, I think I would have TFC'd the Invis. I don't think the trade's that good
Nah.
for Shadow.
I don't know, right? Maybe he was trying to TFC there, but it didn't mash out in time.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, I just brain farted.
Yeah.
I looked at my Invis, and then it looked at me, and then I looked at my Invis.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I could have done it. Yeah. Nah, there was something more threatening behind that blast man for sure. We all know. I love how derpy Tomahawk Man's Speed Buster looks.
Yeah.
Like, why does he lean back so far? It looks like it's a JoJo pose.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Oh, interesting. The Elect Pulse won't miss here at all because
Oh yeah.
Salad has to like move up and down. Nice. Panel grab, airy grab.
There we go. Okay. Into the
Oh!
Judgment nice.
Nice.
But Shadow still doesn't have the plus area, so he needs to go with the Buster Shots.
Yeah. Panel grab is still okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Salad's not stepping forward. Mm-mm. I don't
Yeah.
want to be in the corner in the front. No, no. No, please. Not in that corner.
And the panel grab is hurting Shadow as well because he will have to waste a full area grab on it. He already used 2 Judgmans, so he just has to wait for it to expire. Okay, again waiting to get flashing from the charge shot, then using the life aura.
Rack? No.
Oh, missing with the wind rack.
Whoa, what was that movement just now? Did she go? She didn't go all the way back before she went forward, or was she still going forward?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't
crazy.
really see that. Yeah.
But, wow, that was insane. What is that on the screen? Look at his arm. The fan. It looks like a maraca. Like, what was that?
Okay. Recovery comes out, and then Salad locks in Shadow on the rope, but Shadow uses the air grab. So now he's going to get in with his charge shots. Oh, using it a bit too early. Oh wow!
Just standing there and taking it like a man. Yeah, that's taking all this punishment. Okay, you see, he knew that judgment was coming. You're not scaring me out. You will not scare me out. Oh, there goes the
Ooh.
knuckles.
The knuckles.
There goes the knuckles.
Okay, he decided not to go for it.
Yeah, he wants to save his knuckles.
Yeah. I mean, even if he gets it in a corner, that's average 4 hits, so that's 800 damage with 1 charge shot. That could be game. He could just finish it next turn.
Ooh, there goes the rapid slash.
Okay, and it does remove that damage. Okay, both pulses
oh.
land into the wind rack.
This is KO Ranger. He has to clear this right now.
Okay, the trap from Solid and it's anti-sword.
Anti-sword.
Okay,
Do you take it? Yeah, he's taking it. He's taking the knuckles. Knuckles is in hand.
okay, we'll see if he manages to land it. He started with an anti-damage, so he's probably careful of Element Man SP. I think Solid has. I'm actually not sure. She already used the Blast Man. Okay. 2.
There it is.
And
2 charge shots. He has to do something.
Invis,
There's
TFC's
Invis.
the knuckle.
Oh no!
Ooh, and it lands! That's game!
No! Oh no!
The one
Solid,
knuckles.
you win! What happened? Oh no! Wow!
Yeah. The one knuckle. Salah did have the defense, but Shadow
Oh,
used the TFC to just gain the knuckles at the end and finish the game off.
that was like straight nerves, I guess.
Yeah.
Knuckles. Straight up, yeah.
Nice. There's very good game from both sides.
It was rough for sure, right? It's not like she had to go for that invis because
Yeah.
those charge shots from Tomahawk, man, they hurt so
Yeah.
much, right? And then it's like, am I really gonna just stand here and take these swords?
Yeah.
I have to not do that. But unfortunately, there wasn't a secondary defense there
Mm.
for the knuckles.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, Salah, these are the 2 matches that Salah played against Tomahawk. Tomahawk is considered to be the best before the ban and one of the best even after the ban on Charge
Right.
A. And now, and Salah used the Navi that this is the second time we've seen. No one really paid attention to Slashman. And she showed in both of these matches how she won the first one and could have very well won the second one. So
Yeah, very close game.
yeah, well played to both of them.
Well, very well played. I mean, there was some brain farts in that last game.
Yeah,
Like we had galaxy brain performances for the first 2 games.
yeah,
But I guess because of these things, right? These things matter, right? They break tempo, so it's like, dang, like these things are really killing me.
yeah,
Then, it's late too sometimes when they're playing, so it's like
yeah.
not the same energy no more.
Yeah. Okay, so heading into the next match, which is SoulXCross versus MegaMasterX.
Ooh, me again!
Yeah.
Yay! More bubble buddy.
Okay, so this is the first match we're seeing from MegaMasterX.
Yes, the very first.
Yeah. So looking at the drawing first, I really like the style of drawing that he went for.
Yes, it reminds me of one of my favorite YouTube channels right now. I think it's like Speedrun. I forget the name of the channel. Dang it! I need to shout out that channel better. But basically, the guy makes like all these like quick shorts of basically speedrunning games, like speedrun Mario, speedrun
Okay.
what's his name, Fox, etc., etc. And
Yeah.
that's the exact art style. It's like 2 dots and like a blank face. Adorable.
Nice.
It's beautiful. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that's style that I think works very well for some of the navis, and especially for Groundman, because of the way he has the drills on him and the way he generally looks. I think it works very well.
Yeah, for sure. It's very derpy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it to death.
Okay. So if we quickly take a look at MegaMasterX's folder, so he's deciding to go for R code with Tornado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of brilliance in this one, actually, right? I feel like with proper execution, this was a really cool idea. He's trying to get ×2 with his charge shots, meteor knuckles, because of all the freezing, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like there was some odd choices. Like Ice R was a weird choice to me. You could have took Ice Star at least, right? I do think this Ice with Fan is a really cool combo. I think I would have tagged those together, just so I can see those together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I feel like this is really good setup and really good idea. You have Dive Man to abuse the Ice Seed as well.
Yeah.
Really, there were really good ideas here. I liked it a lot.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, matchup wise, the charge shot, you don't have super armor with Spoutman. So if he can get in with his charge shot, then he can interrupt your attacks and gain a lot of damage. But the bad point for him is that his charge shot keeps him vulnerable to a lot of your attacks, like Bubble, Machine Gun 2 especially, because for optimal positioning for his charge shot, he will be in the optimal range for Machine Gun to hit as well. So with the 2x, that could be a lot of damage on him.
Right. For sure.
And yeah, so guess we'll go right into the match, see how that works out. Okay. Ooh, starting with the ice field again.
I started ice field a lot. I don't know. I was hacking, I guess. I was using cheat codes. Cheat codes, ice stage, turn 1. Thank you. But unironically, this is good for him as well because of what he's trying to set up here.
Yeah, that's
so it goes both ways, I guess.
Yeah.
Now this hand is weird. I didn't want to take any of those charge shots. I don't like that charge shot.
Yeah.
It's mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I think it is a bit rough because you have the cube starting, so that's stopping your air grab. So if MegaMasterX just goes straight to the front row and then try to camp that position, then you can't really push him away from it. He can just stay there, and you'll just have to tank his charge shots.
There is something interesting here, though. I was kind of anticipating an area grab coming out from his end, which is why I went for my chip second, right? If he does slide forward, right, I lock him in by dancing behind him.
Ooh,
right? But
I
he had
see.
the invisible.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice movement.
I was trying to do that all day.
Okay. And then breaking the panel. Okay, so this is interesting. So with your charge shots, you're basically going to force MegaMasterX to trade charge shots because you will crack the panel underneath him. So if he wants to gain more of his confirmed charge shots, he can't really move anywhere.
Right.
So that will be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, he just avoids the whole thing entirely.
Okay, so just trying to get in some damage with the charge shots. Charging bubble. Ooh, counter, but then he had a white card. No, wait, who got the counter there?
He got the counter.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm mashing for my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I use my trigger, but I play with an Xbox controller, so I use my trigger buttons and my B button to mash.
Yeah.
So I am mashing so hard right now.
Yeah. Nice.
And I made it out.
Okay.
So did he ran.
And now invis. Okay, so I think that's going to last until the end of turn. Into area grab. Life error. You can remove that with your bubble star, so that's a bit wasted. Area grab as well. Okay.
Get that down, and he's locked.
So this is actually pretty good for you. So you can either wait for his invis to run out, freeze him, and then go for the 2x erase man. Okay, you decide to just straight away go with the erase man.
Yeah.
And then the cross divide. Nice. Yeah, that was an unfortunate TFC for MegaMasterX. If he kept that, then that could have protected him. Okay, he's going in with the charge shots. Ooh, cube, interesting. RC breakdown, nice. Okay.
So, unfortunately, right, he didn't have a white capsule for this here rock wrecker, so it wasn't threatening in any kind of way, outside of like doing like 80 here and there.
Yeah.
But now that we kind of know the tech to really take out, to not take too much damage from this thing.
Yeah, so he didn't have any way to confirm it, and now you can just walk into his hitbox and just avoid all the attacks.
Yeah. And I don't mind trading 10 damage for that.
Yeah. Ooh, and missing the race man. Destroys the cube with it.
And destroying his own cube, yeah.
White shot lands, nice. To fast gauge, okay. Nice, avoiding the Aqua Dragon. So this fast gauge is actually... I'm thinking if it's worse for you or for him. I mean, he's going to paralyze you trying to go for the bubble into ice. But you also have similar combos in your folder, and your charge shot is faster. So I think this fast gauge might be... Although, that being said, it gives you less time to charge your aqua chips. So I guess it works out either way. Ooh, Grandman. Ah.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Okay.
This is being terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you probably were mashing and then accidentally hit the A button, which happens, unfortunately. But ooh, taking the full charge shot from MegaMasterX. Okay, but now you go for the machine gun. Ooh, the knuckles, nice.
Knuckles.
Okay, that almost looked like it was gonna hit once. Then slash man. Okay, that's good amount of damage, but now you're locked in with his charge shots, as you see there.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about this one, per se.
Okay, so starting with the anti-navi. So you're probably expecting erase or judgment from him, so you want to gain advantage from that. Then want to finish
Yes.
with the spot cross, with the spot man.
Yes.
Ooh, flash bomb though, you don't have anything for that. See, the lands. Another charge shot goes in, Ice Seed. Ooh, okay.
Diamond has come out.
So he forced you to waste your invis. Ah, the spot man. I think that's going to be game. Ooh, still has 18 HP.
No, but he's on ice.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
still has 6 HP left, and so 2 buster shots will be game. I'm not sure if he can mash fast enough. See,
I
okay.
don't know the speed. Yeah, he's not able to mash out fast enough, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Very close game though.
yeah, that was really close.
Pew, 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 pew.
And starting again with the ice field. I'm starting to
Right.
get convinced with the with your cheat codes.
Listen, I'm hacking, bro. I swear I am. I swear I am. Right. Clearly, I'm the strongest player alive. I don't even know why these fields kept coming up that day.
Yeah.
But it happened in like all my matches. Like basically, I had this field.
Okay. So it looks like you're going in for your drip shower, I think it's called, the special chip. Try to gain maximum
drip
hits
shower.
with it. Ooh, does land. Okay.
Yay!
Still frozen. The air grab, breaking the cube, and 2 Spatman. Okay, it doesn't freeze though, I don't think. Ooh, bubble into rock cube. Okay. Interesting.
I ended up
placement.
turning here frozen, which isn't very
Yeah.
ideal actually. So I was kind of scared of like
Mm.
just getting dumped on. So I took this anti-navi.
Yeah. I mean, using the cubes is interesting. I don't think MegaMasterX has any wind drags, but one tech you could have gone for is freezing the opponent. Place cube, wind drag for 400 damage. I guess that is something that could work. Although probably not very efficient chip-wise. You have to use 3 chips.
To do one thing, yeah, that's true.
Ooh. Missing in the flash bomb. Nice, and then you're landing your 2x for both of them. And you're both frozen by the end of turn.
Yes. So we're both like in a situation where who mashes faster
Yeah.
is gonna come up.
Okay. Ooh, you finished just before MegaMasterX.
Mash, mash, mash,
Okay.
mash, mash.
Yeah.
We're gonna play some basketball here.
Nice. So you get with it. Ooh, you block in the RC break, and then end with an anti-damage. So you throw away your anti-navi, I think.
Yeah. I ended up getting rid of it.
Yeah. So now you... Okay, interesting. Decide to go for the life order.
Yeah, I just wanted that extra,
Defense, yeah. Ooh, the bubble. Okay, so your life order is going to tank that. Okay, so you do have few scattered codes, so you can't really take that many chips. Go for the element man, go for the ice. Okay, he has defense. Let's see. Okay. Ooh,
Oh, that was
the anti-element. Okay.
It was anti-element. I didn't even
I
realize.
forgot about that.
Oh, Yo, that surprised me.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You even
Oh my
played
God,
the
man,
match
this
and
game
you're
is
still
here,
surprised.
That knocked me for one real quick. Oh.
Okay, now the life aura to
Ah.
protect.
Yeah, no real damage gonna be done here
Yeah.
because of that life aura. But I will take this area.
Okay, area trading.
Oh. No, I won't take that.
Missed
Oh,
the
he's
race.
stuck
And now
though.
he's stuck in area, yeah. So this could be bad for MegaMasterX. Let's see. Okay, so you do have the bubble and slash man. So you have two ways of removing the life aura.
I should have taken those grab banishes. I don't know why I didn't take those there.
Okay, nice. So the machine gun is removing the trap, dealing 2x damage. Ooh. Okay, is that going to be enough? I'm not sure.
That should be. Yeah.
It
just for the
is enough.
kunais.
Alright.
Kunais do 20 damage each. So
Okay.
60 damage per row. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that was a good game on both sides.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, I do think that MegaMasterX, if he looks again at the folder, tries to optimize it a bit more, then he can do a lot more with what he has.
Yeah, it was actually close already, and
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't even optimized, which is kind of why I brought it up. If he had just slightly optimized that folder, you're right.
Yeah.
He definitely would have had a much better chance.
Right, well played to both sides. And now we're going into the next match, which is Symes versus Zulley. Okay, so we've seen Symes play already, and now we see another new player for this match.
You see, I really like Zulley's art here, man. He's a working class individual. He just gets the job done, you know. He
Yeah.
works hard. It ain't much, but it's
Yeah.
honest work. You know? I love it. Look at that face, yo.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Is he like? Is that a helmet or what? What is that on his head? It is a hard hat.
Oh yeah, I did notice that.
Oh my gosh.
That's nice. Nice
Oh,
touch.
man.
Yeah.
I love this. The art is like the best part of this game. For sure.
Yeah.
Like, you guys come up with some great stuff every time. Like, what is this?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So looking
Oh.
at Zulley's folder, so he's running both L and Z code.
Mhm. Very
The-
interesting codes here. We
Yeah.
have in-code recovery 200s.
Mm,
I don't usually like recovery 200, but if it's
Yeah.
in code and you have other stuff around with it, then I feel like it's perfectly fine.
yeah. Yeah, so he's going for a lot of the support chip being in Z code to recovery, grab revenge, sanctuary, bubble, but he also has the two summon blacks, which
Mhm.
can do quite a bit of damage.
We also notice here that he's not playing a maximum amount of mega chips.
Mm.
Oh, wait, he is playing maximum amount of mega chips. Wait, how many mega chips does Groundman have? Does he have 6 or does he have just 5?
I think he has more than the normal 5, but I'm not sure
Right,
exactly.
he
how
should,
much.
right?
Yeah. But yeah, so he has 2 of Tango Man, which is, I think that's his only way of removing life aura.
Yes. Yes, double Tengu Man, 2 Wind Rack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he has
So
the 2
he-
wind tracks. Okay.
So he does have multiple ways of getting rid of the I-4. He has 2 white capsules here, so that's definitely in there for that rock wrecker.
Yeah.
And he has the air hockey and the iron shell in L code, which
Yeah.
can be chip charged, can it not?
I'm not sure if Groundman the Navi has chip charge, but I think he still gets the plus. Is it 10? To them. So with air hockey, that could be interesting because if he can get in with good amount of area, if he can get in a lot of hits, that could very quickly add up. Especially because he's playing against Spoutman, which doesn't have super armor, so one hit can
Right.
cause him to combo into another hits, into a lot of hits if used with good area, basically.
And on top of that, he also has the in-code Elect Dragon 2s, which is going to
Mm.
definitely come up, and no Magnums too, so
Yeah,
locking down movement. setting it up.
Yeah.
Might contradict the Airhawk and Iron Shell, the Magnums, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah, let's head right into the match. 1 second. Okay. Ooh, starting on Icefield again. What's with Sportsman's always starting on ice?
I don't know. we're hacking, dude. I swear we are. We do it every time. I handed the code to Symes. He gave me the code to Uvu, bro. Like, it was not coincidence. I promise. Thanks for the cheat, Symes.
I mean, isn't it like 1 in 20 or something to start with an ice field? So it's very impressive that you've always gotten with the starting with ice. So. Okay. So I'm starting with an area grab to try to limit it in the charge shot from Zulley. Ooh, but Zulley, because it was mid movement, he can still get in with the area. Okay, those times. Ooh, wind drag. I think that's going to remove.
Oh.
Okay, it does.
Oh, it did remove. Wow.
Double point. Ooh, we don't see what he used that double point for.
But I think we will get a chance.
Yeah.
The only way for Symes to avoid this double point right now is to throw that flash bomb. I don't know what's being double pointed, but he has to throw that flash bomb, and he chose not to.
Okay. Grandman SP. Oh, okay.
Grandman SP. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of damage. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost.
that movement.
I was almost sure that Zulley would go for the RC break because that's a lot more hits. But looks like no. That could have been a good move because Symes probably expected the RC breakdown as well. So Zulley played on him to confuse him basically. Yeah, I mean, mind games can make a big difference.
Absolutely, it can. And here we go. Oh, Electric Dragon.
Flash bomb.
Oh no, the wind.
The wind misses, but he really wants to go for the trainer. Let's see if that lands. And it does.
Gosh, look
nice.
at that damage. Oh, why am I not playing this?
Does a lot of damage.
I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something so wrong. Never again.
Okay, but then Zulley gets in with another Elect Dragon, so the HP game is not too different actually. It's just 300 HP. So one
only
chip
300
could make a difference, yeah. So it's still very much close game.
And what's even worse for Symes here is that he's on these broken panels.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to move around too much. So Zulley can actually do some serious damage here, maybe.
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
See. The holes aren't doing the Airhawks any justice though.
Yeah. Ooh, bubble wrap, nice. Some
black?
I think that's okay, nice. We barely used it on time. Last time had the same phase. Ooh, flash bomb, ice.
Why is he not throwing the flash bomb? Why did he win? Oh, because maybe that was why? Alright, flash bomb up. Can't move backwards.
Okay. Actually, can Zulley see the object being thrown in air? I'm not sure if blinds affect if you can see it in air or just when it lands.
You can see it in air.
Okay.
But not like as they pull it out to throw it, you can't see it. But then once it's in the air, you can see it.
Okay. Okay. See. Now for the freeze, ooh, and finishing with flash bomb.
No ice panels.
Yeah.
But she didn't work this time.
The one time.
Unfortunately. The one time. It usually does work.
Okay. So Sam's starting with an area grab to try to limit Zulley's ability. Ooh, 2 Elect Dragons. That was a lot of damage. I think that was 600 damage just straight away.
Yeah. Just right off the bat, boom. Have some do some XP. Wind's gonna come out on this
Drip shower.
Ooh, trying to spin, but it gets punched in the face by a drill.
and the wind box gets destroyed. At least if Symes was hiding behind the wind box, he could have stopped. He could have avoided taking the charge shots.
the spin is the most important move in this
Mm.
Batman arsenal. It's like
And
it's our style change. Ooh, Iron Shell.
nice.
Just going for it.
And then the charge shot. Oh wow. Although that's almost full area slash hand. So that's quite a bit of damage as well.
Yeah, I think that was 300 damage off of that.
Ooh, and then Symes ordered it incorrectly, so he used the white capsule after the double point. So that's wasting both of them. Oh wow.
No, oh no, he's
That's-
hurting. He's
yeah.
hurting for this.
I'm not sure.
He's
That's
hurting.
very bad. Yeah. Yeah. Now he
Oh,
notices
on
and
the
sees and thinks,
floor.
oh no. Ooh.
What have I done?
That was rough. There could have been a lot of damage that Symes missed out on.
Unfortunate.
Then-
And Sanctuary on top of that? Oh yeah.
With the okay. All the defensive chips coming out.
So he's like, oh, I'm still alive. Let me
Yeah.
make sure this stays that way.
Okay, so Symes has the advantage being able to break Sanctuary with his charge shots, but his HP is very low. It's about half the HP from Zulley, so we'll see what he can do to try to close the gap.
And you know, Zulley still has that meteor knuckle, so if Symes decides to step forward, that's GG.
Yeah,
That's just straight up GG.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I mean, not just from the damage from the knuckles, he also locks Zulley in place for confirmed charge shots, so... Summon black again, okay, invis.
Wow.
But now Symes knows
Very
Zulley has
nice.
dead code, so that could be big for Symes. Ooh, triple shot, okay. So that's limiting movement for Zulley, grab range, area grab, okay. So he's trying to avoid being in range from Zulley's charge shots. But now Zulley with the recovery to 100 now, so a lot ahead on HP. And Symes already used up his train arrow, which is one of the biggest comeback potentials that he could have had.
Right. There's an Invis in hand though.
Ooh,
Grab
grab a
revenge,
bang.
gonna do some decent damage. 325. Oh, Invis comes out.
Invis. Symes still waiting on his invis. Okay, now he's using it. So Zulley's invis is probably going to expire before the end of the turn, yeah. Okay,
Has to lose that bubble star though.
yeah. And
Stun
now
it away.
Zulley is flashing as well, so he can use the opportunity to use defensive chip, which Symes won't be able to TFC on. Although Symes goes
Some
to the area
stacks up on
grab, yeah.
defense too. Yeah, he stacks up on some defense, trying to limit some area.
And
This is out.
let's see. Judgeman, okay. So Judgeman's going to pierce the invis and activate the anti-damage.
Yeah, alright. You wanted to go for the grass here so that way you don't cause flashing.
Yeah. And now he still has base anomaly. That's still not enough. Ooh, double point. That's going to be maximum hit, so that's 640 damage. Yeah. So now the game's getting very close.
Double point, what is it
Double
on?
point. Ooh,
RC
RC
breaker?
break.
Oh, it had a pyro appeal on it!
Ooh,
Yo.
that's unfortunate.
Oh, wait. 175, 202. Zulley, come on.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Symes, but... Well, I want this Zulley back.
And Zulley taking the erase man, so that could be 2x damage that could just finish the game. Because no
Right there,
defense will
yeah.
help him. So... Ooh, okay, so Symes thinking about going for the more offensive team. He does go for it. See if he
Yeah,
does
he
land
wants full
it.
Navi parade.
Knuckle.
Meteor knuckle?
Ooh,
That's
that's
it.
just one hit.
Oh, and that misses.
Oh, full
No
hit.
hits. That's
Okay.
a miss. Yeah.
That's game.
GG. Oh.
Nice.
Meteor knuckle.
That was close one.
Oh my god. Sometimes you just gotta drop knuckles.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was too close.
Yeah.
That was too close.
Now going into
And
game
knuckles.
3.
Okay. Oof,
Ooh,
these
Elect
elect
Dragon.
dragons, they hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt so good, bro. Oh.
Now the race man. Getting into 2x damage. Into element man. Okay. interesting order. I think if I was Symes, I would have tried to go for the opposite order to try to
Yeah,
get
for
more
the
damage
ice?
with the race man. Yeah. Ooh. So now, okay, he's spinning.
Yay. It's only good for one hit without a power pill.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
I mean, also Zulley could have gone into the custom and tried to punish Symes for being in his area. Okay, so Symes has the
Alright.
train arrow. He's debating if he should go for it.
He's gonna go for it. He's going for it. No, no,
Ooh,
you're.
no.
Oh, he didn't go for it.
Yeah. I guess he's.
Okay, maybe he's trying to go for end turn setup, right?
Or he's waiting for the
would-
white capsule to try to confirm it fully because Zulley could mash. He has super armor, so if he mashes fast enough, he could still get out of it.
Oh, sure.
Ooh, summon black.
Wow.
He used.
Zulley with these summon blacks.
Yeah, nice.
Wow, that was really good. Taking advantage of the nature of this format with all the holes that get made.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
The stone ate the entirety of that bubble star. Yeah.
And I think Symes might have taken an extra hit because he was stepping back as soon as the charge shot from Zulley was hitting. I'm not sure if that did an extra hit or just the normal hits.
Judgment's in hand.
Ooh, the other
Another
summon
summon
black
black?
as well. Ooh,
Oh,
missing Judgment.
why did he step back? Yikes! 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 Yikes.
Triple shot.
Well,
Okay.
triple shot.
Sanctuary. So that's going to protect him. And now he's camping. He knows. So he
Oh, the counter hit!
Ah.
Yo, hold on.
So
That's not good.
yeah, I think what Zulley tried to do there is push the boulder onto Symes to hit him and stop the train arrow by flinching him, but that worked out against him.
It's unfortunate that Symes has this full synchro,
Yeah.
and all it is gonna do is just make Tomahawk Man do all the damage.
Or even worse, just go for like the anti-damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, now double point from Zulley. Okay. The life aura. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I mean, we've seen Grandman. If this is Grandman, I think that's enough to break. Ooh, it's Knuckles.
Oh, it's Meteor Knuckles.
And it was plus 90.
Oh. Yeah, it was plus. Yeah, it was a lot on that Meteor Knuckles. Zulley's trapped here. Oh, we could get max damage slash. He's not going for it.
Oh, because he can't get in the slash attack jump. Because the pounds are broken?
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Since he's going for Tengu full damage, okay. That removes the trap and the holy panel. But this is still a lot of damage from Symes. He's going for the two T-code navis.
This Buster putting in that work.
Yeah. No. Ooh, Magnum. Okay. At least he does lock in Symes in place. So he can try to get in with his charge shot. And the Judgment, nice. Unfortunately though, he's not gonna regain the area. Ooh, it was so
It
close
was
as
also
well.
really good for Zulley too because he was able to move up to the holy panel.
Yeah.
So he didn't take max damage from that Tomahawk either.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, but Symes still has the full area. Let's see if he gets advantage out of that. Recovery.
Dang, this bubble wrap really coming in clutch.
Yeah. I think
And
bubble
there's no
wrap.
real way to clear it either.
Yeah, bubble wrap is underused. I think. Like, not a lot of people account for it. Ooh, slash man.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, Invis. I think that would have been game for Symes, but now the Invis
Yes,
saves
it would
Zulley.
have. Did the Invis save the bubble? Wait, what just happened? Did you see that?
I don't think saved the bubble. I think the
The bubble was
went
still
away.
there. He popped it last second.
Really? I'm
No,
not sure.
That was weird.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
someone
see
clipped that. That was interesting.
Okay. So their HP is about the same. And
Oh, that was Bubble from Bubble Star. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense.
now the wind
Base
drag,
anomaly in
base
hand.
anomaly. Let's see if that if that connects, that will be game. And using it last minute,
And
it
it
does
connects.
connect. Nice. Okay, that was very close game. GG's, well played to both of them.
Very well played from Zulley too, and
Yeah.
Symes. Yeah, that was a really close game.
I mean, it was an interesting. I think. Okay, so we've already seen Soul you play this MegaMasterX with the same matchup. So the difference in folders, made it play out very differently for both. From both these games. So that was interesting watch comparing the matchups.
For sure, dude. For sure.
Okay, so now heading into the next match, it is Uvu versus a minion.
I am loving all of this Spoutman stuff. This is 100% bias, right?
Yeah, Spoutman
Oh,
trio.
wait a minute. Yo, the art here? Whoa. Yo, hold on. Do you see my man Spoutman wearing the Spoutman hoodie?
Yeah. So I think.
Yo!
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute! Yo, look at him!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yo, I want it. I want it. I want an emote of it. I want a pin of it. I want a shirt of it. I want the sweater.
Yeah.
I just want it at this point. This is mine. It must be mine.
So it's not like Uvu was going for one Spoutman a turn, but now for the final cycle for Needful Link, he decided to go for all three of them just to give us our best fill of Spoutman of his drawings of Spoutman. It's really good.
Really good. They're all good. One of them is dreaming about Zenny. The other one's just happy to be alive. You know, look how
Yeah.
happy he is.
Yeah.
Look at this cute little spout, man. Come on. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But whoa, looking over here at Minion.
Yeah. So
Do you want some popcorn with honey? It's delicious beyond description.
I'm not sure if that's a reference to something. I
Quote
don't
from
really.
something? Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But I mean, it's very interesting. So I think this is that the third cycle that Aminin plays Tengu? But I know for sure that I played it last cycle, so it's interesting seeing how the folder transitioned from last week to this week. Although we did ban Geddon, he decided to go for the Magnum, Summon Black. He does have the Cornado, but setting up for it will be harder to do because of the lack of Geddon again.
So I guess what you do is you go for a vertical. No, a horizontal. You
Yeah.
go for a horizontal Magnum there, so that way you can get the cracked panel in front of you.
Yeah, so
But that's not always ideal, yeah?
yeah, so you have two options. You either try to go for the Summon Black or try to go for the Cornado, because if you pull the opponent in, then you will crack the panels behind them to go to try to confirm the Cornado, but you don't really have anything for Summon Black.
It also doesn't help that there are different codes too,
Yeah.
so that's gonna have to be like an end of code setup thing.
Yeah, definitely.
However, he is playing against Spoutman here, and Spoutman loves to make holes.
Yeah, exactly. So looking at Uvu's folder, we see it's a lot of Pico chips. Yeah. The tank cannon, which is
It's
very
not,
interesting.
whenever you give a tank cannon to a Spoutman, it is no longer a tank cannon. We call it Bubble Blaster. It is now the Bubble
Yeah, and speaking of the Bubble Blaster, we saw Uvu post in the art channel a drawing with the tank cannon. So if people
Yes.
missed out on that, make sure to go and check that out because it was really good drawing.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I want fan art of Spoutman just holding a Bubble Blaster now.
I mean, you can do it. You're
Yes,
also
I'm
playing
gonna- I'm gonna do
Spoutman.
It's true. I think I'm gonna do that next time. Hilarious.
Okay, yeah. So
But we do see the Poisonous Arrow. Like, I really want to talk about this Poisonous Arrow, right? It's an
Yeah.
underrated chip. I feel like it's a lot stronger in this format because there is no Dust Cross to just be back and dust
Yeah.
it away. So I really think it's gonna come up and do a lot of like chip here
Yeah.
or drain over time.
yeah, I mean it is interesting. So we know that a lot of people are running Blastman to stop Tomahawk, and that also works
Yes.
against the back row objects. But another thing is that Uvu doesn't have slow gauge, so Poison Fire will tick through turns to give the opponent chance. Poison Fire really works well with slow gauge, because that way your opponent, if the opponent doesn't have an auto at that turn, they will take a lot of damage. I think it's one HP per frame for Poison Fire. So it's potentially a lot of damage.
Right. And both players not playing maximum amount of mega chips. So that's really interesting to me. I feel
That is
like
a
the
good
mega
point.
chips in this format are like
Yeah.
incredibly important.
Yeah,
They're so powerful that we've been debating like limiting them in the future, you know?
yeah.
So to opt not to take those SP chips to add on to that overall damage, I feel like it's just, I don't know. We'll see how that turns out.
Alright, let's head right into the match. Also, while the match is starting up, I'd like to give shout out to how Salad is basically improving the arts for the match screen. I think the touch he gives for them makes them a lot better.
Oh, dude, I haven't even seen the layout yet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I
you've
was
been
looking
missing
at the
out.
layout. Oh no! What have I done? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to wait for it to pop up so I can see it.
Okay. Ooh, okay, so interesting. So the field we're starting at now is cracked field. So this is quite good for a minion because they can use that to get in, to block the opponent in, to lock Uvu in, and try to go in for.
Also, a single charge shot will make the summon black live for Indian too.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Oh, the names are reversed on the stream.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Unfortunately, I don't
Yeah.
think I can do much about that.
Oh.
I mean, you still get to see the drawing, so.
Yeah. Look at all that spout, man. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so
Yeah.
I really like the layout here. This is really nice.
Yeah, it's very good. Like, big shout outs to Salad. She worked very hard on
Very
making
hard
it
on
look
this.
like that. Yeah.
I
Okay.
really like the old man tomahawk too.
Yeah.
Right into the mess.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, the anti-navi straight away into Raceman. Okay, so I think this is going to
Oh.
confirm. Does Uvu have the tornado afterwards? I'm not sure. But
No, he has a wide shot in hand.
Ah, okay. That's unfortunate. Because that could have confirmed the tornado.
I want to see a confirmed bubble blaster.
Ooh.
Uvu.
And now Uvu
Uvu
for
set
the
it up.
confirmed. Nice.
Oh no! Oh no! Minion was able to get in that tornado combo.
Yeah.
That's so much damage.
Okay. And now, so Uvu doesn't really have much he can do, so he's just locked in an area. So if a minion gets in the other tornado, we've seen 3 tornadoes and 3 con shots, I believe. So, I mean, Uvu could be locked in to a lot of damage. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
getting these charge shots in is really important for tanking
Yeah.
in this matchup. But you gotta get the tip. You gotta get just the tip
Yeah, so
so you can get that paralysis.
exactly. Okay, hitting that will interrupt the charge. Let's see. Ooh, it does land. Okay.
And it's freezing.
Yeah. So it is quite hard to react to, but the better play was if if a minion would have moved back to get flashing instead of being frozen. Okay, now gets the hit with the drop
Hey,
shower.
got the spin. There we go, spin on him. Oh my gosh, I love that attack so much.
One drag. Okay, connects into area grab. So now it's back to neutral area. And now getting the freeze again. Nice. Ooh.
These end of
Okay.
turn freezes are playing very big
Yeah.
for Ufu here. Yeah, he's looking at this knuckle like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Almost. Almost.
Oh, he could actually take Erase Man first here, and then follow up with the one. Oh, dang, that's a missed opportunity for double damage.
Ooh, but now the Erase Man works even better because it pierces the invis and now puts it into confirmed golem hit.
For that golem hit, yeah, that's big move.
To be game.
Maybe I was thinking too small.
Getting
Did
in with the buster shot.
Did you really just pea shot and knock his knuckles? Stop. Yo, what?
Okay.
Oh man.
So Uvu starting with the Erase Man into the Flash Bomb. Ooh, okay, interesting. That was nice smashing though, yeah. Then, ooh, but now Uvu's locked in area. Nice play. So now a minion used that to know exactly where Uvu is, so he can just try to get in with the charge shots now, and Uvu doesn't really have much to avoid it.
You see the navi, anti-navi coming out, so maybe Uvu might be able to steal an important navi chip away.
Yeah. Ooh, getting in with the paralysis.
Oh, these paralysis shots. Oh yeah, he's gone now.
Again? Oh wow.
Oh, you can see, he's fine. Oh!
Invis TFC as well. Nice.
Wow.
These
Is it worth to go for a spin here?
Ooh, interrupted anyway.
Yeah, no, interrupt my spin, bro. You can't just do that. Wow.
Okay, this is actually
wait,
quite
what was
big.
that first chip he chose?
I think
didn't see it.
I think it was an area grab, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so now Uvu, I mean, a minion knows that Uvu has the anti-navi. Oh, it was Judgment, okay. Missed Judgment TFC'd by Invis. To Windrak. Okay,
all these
Magnum
windbacks.
removes the
It's
anti-navi.
unfortunate he has to take them all too.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have to take all of them. He could have just took one. Oh, yeah, he took two. He left one behind. Okay.
Ooh, interrupting the...
interrupting.
Nice. I think that was very close on being the other way around.
Very. Yeah, that nose is kind of disrespectful. Get your nose out of my Get your nose out of my business. Dang. Oh, interrupt my spin. That's... Hold on.
Okay, it's Judgment TFC'd by the anti-damage. But the area still goes back to a minion. To the Magnum, okay. Let's see what Uv goes for. So he locks him in. Ooh, the golem
He
is.
stepped forward, knock its knuckles. Oh my gosh, yeah. Everyone's getting just punched in the face today. It's terrible. I've never seen such brutality in my life.
The knuckles, the fists going in.
Just going in. I'm surprised he didn't take the meteor knuckles.
Okay, so the area grab at least is going to protect Uvu from the charge shot, but then the special support chip goes in for about 200 damage. Okay, and element trap. Let's see if that goes through. Okay.
Wow, Joey. That's why Tengu Man's he doesn't want to smell himself. That's terrible. That's so sad. Why would you say this? Oh, we got the bubble blaster. We got the bubble blaster.
Tank can connect. Nice.
Bubble blaster, go. Yo, you know what? The next time I play, I'm gonna play Tank Cannon now.
Yeah.
We're just all gonna play Bubble Blaster. We're just all playing Bubble Blaster now. It's time.
Yeah. Tank Cannon is actually pretty good. Like I feel like it's an underrated chip. It has could be used for utility,
for sure.
could be used for damage. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, and looks like Uvu has the poison farrow, but he doesn't really have a way to protect him from the charge shot, so it looks like he's not going for it.
Yeah, it's not like he could body block the charge shot either, right? So
Yeah.
I guess this is definitely one of the matchups that's not very particularly strong, unless
Yeah.
he back rows it.
Yeah. But then
And throwing the seeds won't help either, too. So it's like kind of.
ooh, going
Oh,
for
there
the
goes the meteor knuckles.
only gets 3 hits, I believe.
Yes.
And then the element trap, ooh, finishes off. Nice.
Oh,
Okay,
the flashy
so
finish.
yeah, that was an interesting.
It's actually funny too.
Yeah.
It's funny because he was reeling back, so he wasn't looking at the flash. He was protecting his eyes. He was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's bright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
what were you saying? I'm sorry.
so we saw one of the ways how element trap works, which is different. You don't really expect. So the way if you use element trap, if it activates after a TFC, that causes the opponent to flash, the anti-element will de-damage before flashing actually sets in. So in that case, the element, if it was like a normal chip, it shouldn't have dealt damage to a minion, but because it activates before flashing actually sets in, it did finish the game.
It did, yeah. It
Okay.
worked out in favor of UFO this time around.
Yeah.
Very good game, though.
Well
Very
played.
good match.
Okay, so the next match is going to be SoulXCross versus Neryth.
Back at it again with the Bubble Boys.
Back at it
Of the
again.
ages.
Yeah.
You already know. Yeah, bro. This time we have Neryth's folder. No, wait, hold on. Look at this art, right?
Yeah.
This isn't a picture. This isn't a drawing.
Yeah.
This is art.
This
is actual art. He's running away. He's terrified
Yeah,
of that
exactly.
honeybee in the back.
There's a lot going on there. Yeah. And the face is so
No.
terrified. It's like,
He's mortified, dude. Look at
yeah.
this. Did Neryth draw this? I don't think so. Who drew this picture? Who did this?
Questioning the
Neryth
drawing.
comes in. I want credits. I want the Carfax. Show me the Carfax. Alright, but this is still an awesome picture nonetheless. I love it to death.
Yeah, it's very
Very
good.
nice.
Yeah. And so looking at the matchup, it's going to be interesting because you're playing against Alex, so the charge shots will be dealing a lot against you.
Yes, they will do a lot of damage. And
Yeah.
he's playing a Splashman SP, Elementman SP, and Spellman SP. So I'm going to get double damage from that Spellman SP if he manages to land that Thunder hit. Honestly, Neryth's entire folder taunts me because it's playing Spoutman, who I love so much, and he's using me against me.
Yeah.
And he's playing Base, who I love so much. So again, using me against me. But it's just a really... And then on top of that, he has all that Thunder. Look at that. Electric, Dawn Thunders.
Yeah.
He plays a similar folder, actually, in Standard play. With
That's
Red
true,
Guard.
yeah.
So it just happened to work out and play very well for this format and Electman.
Yeah, and now he has the permanent plus 50 to elect chips. So if he gets you bubbled into an elect chip, then there's a lot of damage. Could very easily swing the game. I mean, if we talk, it has few interesting choices. It has the Mormasa, 2 Timpani, 1 Wind.
The 2 Timpani was very interesting. It was something that forced a certain mindset in my head too.
Okay.
Just by seeing it in his folder.
Yeah.
Because I understand that once I get locked down, I'm taking double damage from those charge shots.
Yeah.
So when they get placed down, I have to prioritize. I have to avoid, like, pretty much drop everything and try to take care of those Timpanis as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be vulnerable to charge shots or multiple charge shots.
Yeah. And for him to stop your charge shot from destroying Timpani, he only needs 1 area grab instead of putting it at the back row.
Yep.
So that's probably even worse for you. The back row objects.
And what's even more?
Yeah.
What's even worse for me too is that the charge shot Spoutman has is slow, which it has a lot of wind up. Okay. So it leaves me even more vulnerable to a Thunderbolt from him.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting matchup. Very interesting actually.
Yeah. Okay. Going to see how that plays out. Um, 1 second. Still buffering.
Oh, right into it.
Okay.
Alright, we're looking at it from my perspective, as
Yeah.
per usual. And I got this here bubble in my hand, and Element Man.
And
So
so
I'm gonna try and go for some double damage here.
okay.
Follow it up with some removes. Like, I don't... It was a weird hand. I hate drawing all these navi chips in the first turn.
Yeah.
Because I really like to save them for, like, later. But, you know, you have to deal with what you got, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
only
like
have
stuff like
custom 6, so you
Yeah,
can't really
yeah.
hold on to chips for too long. Especially with the splash navis, you have a lot of splash navis, splash chips, so you can't really clog your hand. Then you're gonna have to take 1 chip a turn, which can be very rough.
Right. Neryth taking his time here, concocting his evil mechanizations
Yeah.
to defeat me.
I mean, looking at the field as well, it's not really ideal for you because Neryth has float shoes, so these conveyor
Right.
panels don't really affect him, but they limit where you can move. Okay, so you start with charging. Ooh, okay.
So I was trying to maximize the amount of time
Yeah.
that he was in CC,
Mm.
but I mistimed the bubble because of his mashing.
Yeah.
And I didn't consider that.
And bubble is an interesting case because the mashing actually shows up on the bubble animation itself.
Yeah.
Which is very... Ooh, getting him with this chip, the Elec Dash Sword. Which is, I think, 300 damage.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Getting smacked in the
Yeah.
face with a beam sword's not fun for a little baby boy here.
Yeah. I mean, one interesting thing about that is that he's not actually invulnerable during the charge, so he could very well be interrupted while he's charging. Okay.
But it's a lot faster. Like, you underestimate how fast that move just charges in,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes in the middle of the game,
Yeah.
and it's kind of quick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just runs in there and just
Especially if you don't expect it, so you're just walking around, just doing your own business, and then you see Electman just charging at you.
just pop.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so I go for a very defensive turn here because that's what's in my hand at the time.
Yeah.
I do feel like it can be a waste of defenses sometimes, just going ahead and doing such things like this. But at the same time, just trying to stall out and get to my other chips so I can have some offense. And it actually works out for me here because I would have ate a bubble if I didn't have this aura, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and that dragon.
The Elect
That would have hurt
Dragon,
a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
So how much
Look at that
would
as
that
much as
have been?
possible. Okay, so it's times 2
And
with
then,
the bubble.
so it's 300
So I
times
think
2.
it worked.
I
Yes.
think it would have been 900? Because it's times 2 and then plus times 1, which is times 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's times 3. So much damage. It's threatening too because yes, those dragons, they just hurt, and then that extra 50 on top of that, it's like, come on, man. Stop.
Yeah, and like, if all of that damage wasn't enough, it also cracks your panels, so you don't have much to avoid his charge shot as well.
Charge shot, right?
Ooh, slash man. So you wanted that to remove his life aura.
Yes, I did. But thankfully there was a very convenient for me to get that charge shot in and be able to move.
Yeah.
But because of the holes, the Slash Man wasn't able to come in and just wreck me for some 200 damage.
Yeah.
So it worked out. And I draw the one of my wind tracks here.
Okay.
So I'm able to clear this out for free.
Timpani.
And to
Ooh.
get rid of another Timpani.
Actually,
This worked out perfect.
if Neryth was camping behind the timpani, would that have protected his life aura? I think it would have.
I think it does. Well, I'm not sure, right? Because you destroy it
Yeah.
with the wind rack, so it's not there to be a body anymore.
That is a good point.
Not
Yeah.
sure.
I'm not sure either.
I kept looking at my cross divide like I want this.
Yeah.
I want this kind of day. Yeah. You see it, you just loop it over like I want this.
Ooh, and you go
This
for
is
it.
my life.
Okay. And it is 500 damage if you can get max damage. Ooh, which you
Nice.
do. Nice.
I had to wait for the charge shot because that was the only way I was going to guarantee it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, right? You can't really interrupt his charge shot. The second he flexes, that charge shot's coming out no matter what you do.
Yeah. Ooh, gaining with a lot of hits though. The anti-damage into the wind rack. But then you take just the ground minus fee. Is that going to be enough? I think it might be very close. Oh yeah, it is.
No, it is
Okay.
enough. It's 390. And I was able to clear out that first game.
Yeah, nice. Okay, starting with
Fancy.
permahalls. Oh wow. Oh yeah, just noticed we didn't start with ice panels for you, so that's something.
Yeah, the hacks wasn't working this time around. It was unfortunate. Like, I put in the cheat code, and it didn't come up. It happens, you know. You just gotta play with what you got.
Sometimes we have, yeah.
But the perma holes are nice, though, because I have summon blacks, right? So I can just use those whenever I want now.
Yeah.
Which was really convenient. I think in hindsight, the summon blacks were a really cool tech, but I did not perform very well with them this week.
Okay.
Judging from my past matches.
Yeah.
Not talking about this one here, of course.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's definitely worth like trying Train Arrow again, simply because it does a lot of damage, you know?
Yeah.
And it's in code,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of jarring to have Alphabet Suit in your hand and not be able to do anything substantial with it, right?
Yeah.
So you feel pressure to try and line up all this stuff, but it's still not working quite well.
Ooh, okay.
And the anti-navi gonna go ahead and steal this Flashman from myself.
But he
with
was
that
still
little
flashing.
20 mil. Oh yeah, that's right. He was flashing.
And he still, that turn took about 400 damage from your aqua chip, so there's still a lot of damage in one turn.
Once again, I got a lot of chips in my hand for defense. Not too much offense here.
Yeah.
I ended up taking this wind back just so I could make some more room for more chips to come into my hand.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to do that, and if your opponent, oh nice, dodging.
I did the little twirl. It was like, I'm sorry. That was actually kind of cute. Like, yeah, you can't hit me. Oh man. Slashman in my hand, definitely gonna try to use it. Clear out this trap first. Since he's posing, he won't be able to move.
Yeah. So that will be.
You know, that's such a... That's an intimidating pose. Like, it's kind of scary.
Yeah. I mean, the charge shot goes everywhere, so... He gets both the damage and the intimidation factor. Ooh, and then he walks into the center for more hits. Then invis for the slash minus P.
Yeah.
But you still have the aqua dragon, so you're going to try to get that in before the end of the turn. Ooh, missing the race, man.
He wasn't moving, and I was scared. I was like, why is he not moving?
Yeah.
I don't want to move. He's not gonna move.
Yeah. So I think go for it.
Right here, I decided that even if he's blinking, I have to go for the Aqua Dragon just to clear out some of these Sanctuary panels. There was no way I could let him stay there.
Yeah.
Right?
And oh wow, you did manage to get a hit in, so that was nice. Then the life hour, let's see if he has an answer to that. Okay, so just camping in on the holy panels in case he has any damaging chip to move it.
looking at alphabet soup once again.
Yeah. And now you're starting with
I really
the
need to get rid
Groundman.
of this, yeah, I started with the groundman. So I'm hoping to like bait out this charge shot
Yeah.
to clear out his chat potentially to
Yeah.
see if it's anti-damage or not, because he does actually have other chaps in his folder too.
Yeah. Ooh, has one, so that's going to remove. Oh, almost avoided it. Nice. But then, okay, so that was anti-damage. But yeah, so I mean, I think that's worth it for Groundman SP. It's very hard to hit him with permahold, especially when you both crack panels. So trading that with the anti-damage isn't very bad. Ooh, and then the anti-damage protecting you from base.
He really tried to drop base on me now.
Yeah.
I wasn't anticipating a base, but it was just, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Please, not this, anything but.
And now you're trading anti-damage, so you're gonna take 100 as soon as the turn starts, which I don't think is worth it, but it could have been missed movement or missed inputs from Neryth sides, so sometimes you can't really do much about that. Ooh, Raceman miss.
Yeah, and the flinch there actually made me unable to confirm this erase man after the anti-damage.
Yeah. One hit from the machine gun, so that's not ideal. Then, okay, it's anti-damage. Which, ooh, okay, so the anti-damage extended into protecting from the grab banish. Roll. Ooh, that was close.
That damage!
You almost got the counter on your charge shots.
Yes, he almost did. That would have been really bad.
Yeah. Okay, but you do have the element minus P, so you're gonna try to go in for. Okay, you use this straight away. I guess with the panels being cracked, it's quite hard to get in with the grass attack. Okay, avoiding. Ooh, missing Dull Thunder, that was unfortunate. But then hitting with the Elec Dragon. Oh wow, nice.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so it was really tough. I tried to dodge the second Bubble Star too, but I stepped forward way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage to our little bubble boy. He does not like it at all. He's not happy about this. And the panels are cracked, so it's like, I can't move too much.
Yeah, like 1 second ago you were at 1k HP and you're down to 100 now, so it's a lot of damage very quickly. Cross divide, I think that's going to land? It does! Oh wow,
Yeah.
Okay!
200 is really close.
100. You have the
Here I
anti-damage.
go, I put up the anti-damage for some safety.
And it does connect! Spotman SP into game!
Spellman kills me! Oh my god! No, not like this!
Killed by your own drawing!
Yeah! I splashed myself! Not like this! Just no one. Not even yourself. Oh my gosh. I was just like, no. If I just sat on that anti-damage, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Oh. It was just bad playing on my part. I don't know why I did that. But we do have this game 3, so
Yeah. So
let's
there
see if I
is
can
still
make
a
something
chance.
happen. Yeah,
Okay.
never
Never
get hold of play.
Ooh. Going straight with the Elec Dash. Then putting in the basically back row timpani.
Yes, I can't touch this thing unless I bust it to death.
But then, ooh, okay, interesting. So that Spartman would have destroyed the timpani instead of hitting Neryth, but he still decided to TFC, which actually worked out worse for Neryth. Because
Right.
he took damage.
Well, not really, right? He would have took more damage from the Spout Man, right? But the more important thing here is that he denied me my Spout Man and still has his. So, like, how dare he, right? Like, how dare he do this to me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we were supposed to be friends.
Ooh, and then trying to gain Sanctuary, okay. Oh, that does connect. So now you know that's the anti-navi. Which is probably why Neryth used his Sanctuary. so he doesn't take full damage from that.
My thought process here was a little weird. I feel like it was kind of backwards.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I did do that.
I mean,
I'm thinking.
I feel like you should start with the Aqua Dragon to remove his Sanctuary, and then...
That's exactly.
Yeah. He's
I'm
still...
thinking really hard here.
Okay.
Okay, I did the thing. Alright, we did it, guys. We made the good plays. Nice. Alright, cool.
Okay, and then you...
And then I remembered
Yeah.
I had to throw it away. Yep.
Nice. Is that going to end with goal? No. Oh, he does have time to get something out. Which is anti-damage.
But it's kind of fortunate because I do have this machine gun in my hand. So I could get rid of the anti-damage.
Yeah. But you decide to go for drip shower, which is interesting. I think most of the time
Spinning is more important.
that
Spinning is always more important.
and you do get hit in. Ooh.
Oh my god.
But you also get hit by the Bubble into Elect Dragon combo.
Yes. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, now you don't really have many options. You're stuck in an area and you can't take a lot of your chips, can't deal enough damage.
It's looking really slim at this point, yeah.
So you still have the anti-damage though, so that would protect you. Ooh, he has wind, okay. Grab banish. That's not going to push back. Oh, it does push back, interesting.
He stepped down,
Yeah.
which was kind of interesting. I have to use this anti-damage here or else take a charge shot.
Yeah.
And I can move again. Yay!
Oh, okay, so you go for the Stone Black. And it does connect, but it's on Holy Panel. That still closed the gap. It's down to 300 difference. About 300.
Here I go. Time to put some
Judgment.
pressure. Oh, Judgment, alright.
Okay.
It's
Into
only 20
more. Oh, wow! Finishing it with the War Master. Nice.
I don't know why. I don't know why I went up there. There was no reason for me to be up there. I should have been the bubble boy. I had no business of being in those front battles, but I decided to go up there for no reason. All right, here we go. Sure.
Going into the Muramasa range, which finishes off. Oh man, nice played from. I mean, Neryth didn't really have another way to confirm it. He just wanted you to move forward into Muramasa's range, so that was unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate. It's like, oh man, I was like, finally, I can press forward.
Yeah.
I have advantage. I'm gonna use this area to my advantage.
Yeah.
Judgment. All right, Judgment. Oh, I get it. Like you're gonna hit me for 200.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be able to fight back though, because I'm finally got this area.
Yeah. And then
Muramasa.
finishing it with the Muramasa.
The Muramasa. Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Nice. Well played from both of you. That was a very good game.
Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed that match a lot actually. It was really good.
Yeah. Okay. And now, before we head on to the next match, we're going to switch casters. So I'm going to swap in place of Neryth.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You're putting Neryth on with me?
Yeah, I'm putting Neryth on with you.
After that?
Exactly.
Are you joking? Wow, y'all hate me. I understand. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's so deep. That's so deep. Okay. How are you doing, Neryth? What's up, man? What's going on, man? You feeling all right?
I'm feeling great. How are you feeling,
Oh,
Cole?
I'm okay. I'm as okay as I can be, I guess. That was a good match though.
Yeah, you played well. Given the Elec versus Spout, the bubble
Yeah.
combo.
It's rough, but it's still fun.
Alright, so I'm going to leave you with the next match, which is Shadow versus Joey.
All right, Neryth. Now I got you here with me. We have to talk about this beautiful art together. And we'll start off with something we haven't seen yet. JoeyKobalt's art.
I really love the Colonel, the stone faced coming out of that Easter.
Happy Easter. He doesn't look happy, but he's wishing you happy Easter.
You know how Colonel is.
Yeah, you know how it is. Happy Easter, everyone! Exclamation point. As monotone as possible. I also love that it's a Heatman egg. What Colonel's
Oh,
inside a Heatman egg that's like top 10 anime betrayals. Like you get it. It's like playing a Chow in Chow Garden, right? It's Sonic Adventure 2, and hatching a Chow from an egg, and then you have a green egg, but he's blue, and you're just confused.
Oh man. Alright. So this is 5 area grabs coming from Joey, and they're tagged. He really wants to play forward and just take off the area he can.
But we also see that it's tagged over here on Shadow's end as well, so it might not be that much pressure because the likelihood of Shadow having 2 area grabs in his hand will be kind of high, I want to say.
That is true. We've talked about Tomahawk versus Heatman before, I think in the previous weeks.
Oh, what did you guys touch upon?
I think it was the first match that Tomahawk showed up in, actually. I think it's Thea playing it, and we mentioned that Heatman should actually be one of Tomahawk Man's weaker matchups, obviously because of the element, double damage, right? But also because they play with similar area, except Heatman, because of the double damage, the trades are actually not too bad for Heatman. He does slightly more and his charge is faster, so even though Tomahawk doesn't flinch thanks to super armor, he does end up losing out slightly in the trades.
You know, it'd be very interesting. Like, the ranges are similar, but because it's a T-shape for the wave, there's a slight more chance that Tomahawk or Shadow can actually dodge it on the sides there. So it's still a mind game, right? We're gonna see a lot of footsies going back and forth.
Oh yeah, that's true. But you do see the Spoutman SP coming from Shadow. That has some potential to just wreck Joey here.
That is 240 per hit for a maximum of, I believe,
720.
720.
Yeah, so both of them
I'm
have,
at this
so
wrong.
Heatman SP and Elementman SP. So both of them just have a lot of double damage potential on each other. A little bit more from Joey, but it is Tomahawk, so it's gonna be hard to deal with the super armor here.
Especially since we have Element Man and Element Man SP, so that's double chances for getting those grass panels too. So we will see a very powerful He-Man SP just come out, which is next up.
Yeah, it's looks like a fun match, and I can't wait to see it.
Alright, let's hop into it. Alright, so if you were a betting man, where's your money go?
I would favor Shadow in this matchup, just because the Spoutman SP really is lethal. Whereas the Heatman SP, it's not going to do as much unless you get grass, so you're already devoting another chip entirely, which you can already get double damage off onto Tomahawk with. So I think it's going to hinge on like Shadow giving him grass in order to like even the odds. I just can't see that happening.
What I was saying earlier too. Like earlier on, we were talking about how the fire weakness isn't really a big weakness for Tomahawk, right? So because yeah, he's gonna take times 2, but the fire body's gonna take, like you said, that massive amount of damage from a Spoutman, or Slashman's gonna take a massive amount of damage from a Ground Man. They get so like more punished for being their element body than Tomahawk Man does. There's no multi-hit fire moves in this game.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's rough facing Tomahawk, because, I mean, Shadow's got 2 recovery 300s too, right? So that's another plus 600 to overcome the elemental damage, the fire damage that's going to be hitting him. Otherwise, it would actually be a little bit more even, but I think those 2 recovery 300s are really going to be pivotal in this set.
And as we see it, there's the Spoutman SP waiting for the chain. Wow, such patience. And look how that just evens up the score immediately. All that damage. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
painful
that's-
for sure. And I mean, that connecting, that is hard, because Joey does not have recoveries, so what he's got, that's what he's got, right? He's sitting on 1200, it's not going to go up. Unlike Shadow, who, when he pulls those recoveries, it's just going to swing the HP back in his favor.
And he's gonna hit some bees here. It's like Joey's mocking him for not being able to use bees. So he's gonna use bees himself. He's like, yeah, you can't use bees, but I will.
Well, I mean, but the ban is on it's just on charging it, right? So I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
he
you're right.
could use bees. He could use
Could
bees.
use bees. That's true. That's true. That's true. Anything that be coming out? They're just gonna trade some defenses here. Joey's gonna try to fish out, see what this is. Oh, he knows now it's not an anti-damage.
Oh, that's actually a little bit of that was a slightly risky play there. Choosing to put that anti-navi before the navi chip, that actually gives Joey an opportunity, because then Joey confirmed that it wasn't anti-damage, so it's probably going to be anti-navi, right? So if Joey had a navi chip of his own there, he could have actually denied the element man from Shadow just by using his own, and having Shadow being forced to steal it. So yeah,
and there goes one of
first
those
recovery
recovers.
300.
Yeah, just as you said it. It's like it's all coming to pass, and unfortunate. This is gonna come into an anti-damage. Oh, poor Colonel. He finally got out the egg, and this is what happens.
Yeah. But I mean, so it's neutral area. They both have 5 area grabs, and the grabs have been coming down, but it's just they're evenly matched in area control here. Ooh, is this gonna connect?
Oh, the bubble. Meaning that comes down uncontested. Gonna take 200 damage. Not bad. Still very even. Wow. Oh, the fire hit. Oh. He must just punch in the face, dude. Yo, that would have been tough.
That would have been a lot of damage. Ooh, but
but we do see destroy balls.
Oh, if this lands, this is gonna be lethal for Joey. Not literally lethal, he's still gonna be in the fight. Being blinded is really gonna hurt his odds here.
You know, I think Shadow should have led with the destroy pulse here because of
Yeah,
that
that
bubble.
would have been 800 damage.
Wow. Wow, that would have been lethal. Whoa.
Wait, what if he...
He misses on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works. Oh my god. Yeah, no. We're just sitting here like, wait a minute. He doesn't have to hit this. I'm glad he realized.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I wonder if he realized right around the same time we did.
He's just using, he's like, alright, here I'm going. Wait a minute. No, I'm not gonna do this. Oh man. Whew, that was a lot of damage. Oh, we ended up switching sides here. There must have been a decent.
Yeah, I guess so. That's interesting that we're actually switching perspectives here.
I actually kind of like that. You know what? I actually really like that. Oh, Spoutman coming out for some big damage.
Oh no.
This fire hit's gonna do a lot of damage, but if he's not on a grass panel, it's not gonna do too lethal.
I mean, it's still big. It's still 400, so it really hurts. If Joey could have connected both of them, that would have been just devastating.
Oh, Shadow makes a comment. He said that's why he didn't use the win back 3 turns earlier. He wanted to get that big damage destroy pulse there. Joey getting all this area and actual perfect shape for his charge shot here. Oh, well, there is a hole still there. Oh, no. He needs to get this. And the punch.
Oh,
there it
it's
is.
coming out.
It's coming. And he can follow up with the Erase Man to get rid of those iframes and maybe follow up with something else.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to confirm the Erase Man though. Because of
Yeah,
Tomahawk's super armor, he could just be stepping up or down right here. Ooh, Judge Man. But if Joey doesn't step back, he's still gonna get. Yep, there it is.
Nice. And this is a decent chunk from the Colonel Force. Oh, go for Thunder? No, he missed. Yeah, you're taking all that, unfortunately. Wow. That's right. If there's a hole in front of you as He-Man's charge shot comes out, there's not gonna be any fire coming out. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a dud right there.
That's such a
I mean, that also means
Yo!
Oh my god.
Yo! What just happened? Yo! Oh my god, yo, this match just started. How's he at 1100 already? Yo, Shadow shook. That's it. He shook. Oh, that charge shot. That's such a good charge shot. It's an amazing charge shot. I'm just gonna show you my hands. Wow. Oh my gosh. What was that? Joey just hitting that Ultra Instinct. Oh man, dude.
Oh my god.
Yo, what is happening? Yo, wait, I thought this was supposed to be like kind of even. What's going on? Oh, that's gonna end the iframes. Yo, what is this game?
Oh my god. He's already down. He's already down. Oh, no.
He went for wait, he wants to use the special chip. That's what he's going for. He wants to use the special chip. Let's go! Let's go! I'm angry! Yo! What? What? Angie times 2? Yo, are we dead ass? That's what we're doing now. That's what it is. Yo! Wow!
Wow. I didn't expect that set to suddenly end like that.
Yo, I did not at all.
I thought we had like a couple more minutes to go.
Yo, wow. That's not what I expected. That's not what I expected at all. Joey, what's going on with you? Are you okay, man? Do you want to talk about it, dude? Are you? Who hurt you? Like, who hurt you, dude?
That
What the hell?
That was totally brutal. That was oh.
That's a red flag, yo. Unnecessary ruthlessness, man. Just completely unnecessary. I just want to talk, bro. That's it, man. Like, Joey, if you need somebody, I'm here for you, bro. For real. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yo. Just Angie times 2, bro.
You can just oh my god. All of those Fireburn 3s. The Fireburn 3 connecting, that was really important actually. The 400 damage and the panel cracking. So it ended up shaping the field in a way where Shadow ended up just walking forward like that into the Heatman SP on grass.
Oh yeah. For real.
I don't even know what this. That was
That was a match, dude.
that was a disgusting, and I can't even. You know, that second match looked like it was pretty even. It was pretty. That was pretty close, and then at the very end, just
Yeah, dude, I was not expecting that. That was really insane. Like, what a reversal. Like the first game was like really even trades, footsies. Game two, Joe was like, nah, nah, no more of this. I have the better matchup. I'm the fire, Navi. I'm going to burn you. That's it.
I mean, he's the
Not
fire
tomorrow.
Navi, and he's
That's it.
running off the fire chips.
Yes. All of the fire, bro. I just want this heat. I want all the smoke and all the heat, bro. That's it. Are we finished or are we done? Woo. All right. Let's talk about this next matchup, man. I'm sorry. We lasted on that a little too long. Oh, it's just so exhilarating.
Yeah,
What
that
do we
was
have up next?
definitely a set to remember. It's me versus players.
Oh, look at that. All right, awesome. playerzero. Let's see. Versus Neryth. How did you feel about this matchup? What was your thought process on this matchup?
I kind of saw that he was Tomahawk, and I just expected like an instant death for me, because my setup does not have any kind of
fight.
checks to
No.
to Tomahawk. Because I mean, it's kind of just like, all right, he's gonna body me already. I don't feel like any chips I throw in there are gonna help me stop him if he really wants to get it done. So I was definitely pessimistic going into this.
Now, there are a lot of chips in this folder for playerzero that is incredibly intimidating. But the most intimidating chip of all of them is that slow gauge.
Oh, yeah,
You really
yeah.
don't want to see that.
That slow gauge. I mean, especially if you're playing me, like, man, you don't want to see a slow gauge on Tomahawk. He's just gonna get that +1 area, and there's very little I can do in theory to really stop him. I don't have grab banish either, so there's just nothing I can do to stop him from stepping forward and doing some chops on me.
And a few chops too. Like, how many charges can you get? Like 3 charges in one turn? So that's literally 1,200 damage in a slow gauge turn?
Yeah, and I mean,
Wow.
he only needs 5 to kill me, so
Wait. Wow, math, dude. That's just 5 swings? I hold B 5 times
wait,
to win
actually,
this game.
yeah, I think it should be 5 swings.
It's 400 per swing. So 400 times is, 2,000. You have 1,900 AP? Yeah, that's 5 swings. That's perspective. That's what that is. That's perspective. Oh my gosh.
I saw playerzero's art, and I was just like, that's the right face. That's the face he should be making in this match.
That is exactly the face you should be making, for sure. Just cheese. Oh, what is this? You're using your advantage in area to use charge shots? 5 charge shots to kill me is not fair. Beep and go boo.
Pretty much.
That's what you're doing with a meme, a whole meme. All right, let's no further ado, man. Let's get right into it, man. Oh, I like the name on the folder here, Voltage. All right, okay. I named my folders too, by the way.
I think I came up with that folder a long time ago, and I've just been making modifications to it since then. And I took into link navis, just like throwing out a lot of the chips that I usually run, like Super Vulcan and Double Point. A lot of the boosts going to the Super Vulcan, just because it's really hard to confirm it in link navis, and you can't even guarantee it against like Tomahawk, right?
Right. Which is unfortunate. Like, one matchup really changes how you build a folder too. And your folder actually, it's not even a bad folder. It's actually a really good folder. But it's this key point of not having something for a specific matchup, right? those bubbles aren't going to be able to protect you or stop him from doing anything, right? So you have this entire game plan that is now kind of half useless because you can't do anything with it necessarily.
So I feel like I came out on top with that TFC. The Element SP still got value, still knocked off the that life aura, and he chose. Ooh. Okay, so he's got +1, but not fully. He misses the new variable just because I stepped forward there.
That one panel putting in so much work for you right now. Yeah, just stalling out these turns. It's actually a lot harder to dodge those charge shots than it looks, right? You think you see the flash, you have a whole lot of time to move. No, you really have to be on point with these dodges. So what's your game plan here, right? So it's just hard reads to get these dolphins to land? So
what I'm noticing here is actually that these cracked panels are really hurting him. So even though he has almost full +1, he's got partial area advantage on me. So he should just be able to step back and forth between these two panels to get a charge shot off. Oh, and so that one connects and it does so much damage, but he can't guarantee it. Okay, so this panel comes back, but now he can't move off of it.
Anti-Navi 2? Yikes. There you go, nice. No freeze though. Oh, he's gonna just beat that. Oh, didn't he mash out the navis in time? Wait, wow. Really close game here.
Yeah, and I mean, now he's hesitant to move off of this panel because he knows he won't get it back once he does.
It's not like he's scared of like having to move or anything. Okay. Yeah, I would wait to time this out too. No mistakes, not nerves in this exact moment. Time it out. Oh my gosh, the recovers, dude. Wow, a leap in HP going right back to the top. But that's good for you too, because Slash Knight's gonna come out and it's uncontested, nice.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that I couldn't get a +1 with my own area grab, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered because he did have his own to answer.
And once again, these charge shots are gonna go ahead and put in some work for you. Try and lock him down. Oh, base. Yeah, base is a kill here. So, well-timed base will be the GG. Yeah, you're definitely going for it. It's just the timing that's going to be important. Okay, there's the anti-damage. There's the area grab. When he comes out, very nice. So he won't be able to just smack you for free with these charge shots. He's going to slide back. Alright, we got the hit. Ah, he saved it. Okay, so I actually like. Wait, what?
I think that wasn't. I think that was an anti-navi.
Yo, that blew me just now.
No, that couldn't have been anti-navi. That was. What's that? That was either anti-navi or anti-sword. He does have anti-sword in his hold.
It was anti-sword is the confirmation.
I think he already used it. Yeah.
That I wasn't ready for that. That really confused me just now.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to keep playing.
He was like, dang, there goes the anti-damage. What, dude? It was a really scary situation.
Pass right there. Doesn't take the triple damage.
That was that precognition. Air guy comes out. Oh, jeez, this is gonna be dangerous.
That Bubble Star actually did 2 hits right there.
I don't know why he showed that. I think I would have prioritized just slashing there. I mean, he still ended up hitting me with it, so I guess that works out too. I won out. I want out of this cage match. Please.
I mean, you can
Oh,
see
man.
the way that the area ends up. Even though he has +1, again he can't guarantee those charge shots because of the broken panels in the front. So he walks back up here, and again this front panel is broken, so he can't guarantee it.
The TFC still now. But is it? Yes, it is. You got me on edge now. Now I just don't know. Oh, there's an anti-navi. Nice. Some extra fire damage. Oh, this is close. I'm trying to pop up the Elixir. Do you travel over holes when you use your Elixir?
Yeah, it does go over holes.
It does, right? I noticed the same thing happens with Brother Man's Bar Sword as well, the special gold ship one.
Yeah. And I think we learned last stream that that Step Sword also goes over holes. For those people who, I think quite a few people were actually surprised.
Okay, we basically have gaming here. Stout Man, Element Man. That's not gonna get a kill here. Yeah, that's straight up over. Nice, very good set. Woo! You ended up winning. Okay, let's go. Time disadvantage and all that.
I mean, that was a matchup where it came down to one charge shot, quite literally 365 HP. If one more charge shot had landed from him, I would have been dead. So that was actually really close.
It's a
And I mean
very tough matchup.
that was with that was with the area ending up being really favorable for me. Like just the broken panels ending up saving me from that charge shot so many times.
Oh man, it's a very, very tough charge shot to deal with. Just Tomahawk swings are just so. It's better than the Giga Bug Rice Sword. That's really puts his entire character in perspective. Just his charge shot alone. That's not even talking about anything else. He's already better than the entire Giga. That's whew.
Well, I like I like how janky Elec Man's charge shot is. The way it comes out, the way it's as soon as the animation starts. I mean, it just comes out, or rather, as soon as the panel flashes, right?
Right.
And like,
So you can stop it, like if you catch him, like when he curls up, that very moment he curls up, but it's very hard to.
yeah, I think there are some frames where if you hit him, you can knock him out of it, but there are way more frames where he's still in the animation and hitting him will not stop the charge.
Yeah.
And I like how it breaks panels, or rather, how it cracks panels. Although that does kind of hurt against against navis that have float shoes.
Yeah, that's also true. Float shoes will well, yeah, it doesn't break panels, right? It cracks it. So if they have float shoes, it's not really gonna come up as much, right? That's a good point.
The only way it would break panels against someone with float shoes is if they stepped off the panel right before the charge shot actually landed. So um, they would have to dodge the charge shot in order to break an already cracked panel. So that
Right.
makes Elec Man have to put in twice the work to break panels. Actually, a little bit more than twice the work, yeah.
All right. Without further ado, let's go on to this next match. And in the next matchup, we have Tomahawk back again with his abusive behavior against Symes' Spoutman here. Bubble Boy back.
Yeah,
now
I
here's a matchup where the train arrow comes into play, right? Because I felt like because you can't set up this train arrow reliably against Tomahawk Man, that's why I opted not to bring it, and I brought the Summon Blacks instead, right? I think it's very interesting here.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, again, there's no way for Symes to confirm this. I think Bubble Stars won't actually bubble Tomahawk.
Nope.
Flash Bomb 3, I mean, it's not gonna work, right?
Nope. It'll blind him. He gets blinded, right? No, Status Guard protects him from blind too.
I think though, so the only way this could work out is if the area ended up pretty funky and Shadow just got locked onto one row, right? So if there are broken
Right.
panels somehow, I guess from Elec, from Element Man Elec, right? I mean, other than that, there's just so it should be tough for Symes to actually land a full train arrow here. And I mean, on the other hand, we have Destroy Pulse coming out from Shadow, so it's an easy 800 if it does connect.
Yeah.
So I would favor Shadow this matchup. I'd say he's got the upper hand, but we'll see how it plays.
Alright, game one, here we go. He already has pulses in hand. That's not what you want to see. Oh man. Oh no, Bubble Boy. Please. Please survive this, son. Oh, maybe he'll get an upset. We don't know.
It's
Alright.
worth noting that he doesn't want to use up that Pulse 3 though. He's only got one Pulse 1 and 3. So he wants to save that for the Destroy Pulse. Right off the bat, he takes back his area. Ooh, and his gold chip connects too.
Take the area? Is he not gonna do it? Yeah, there it is. The traction. Can't win. He's waiting for it. Shadow opting to go for a defensive turn here. Maybe taking that area grab would have been a good idea, just so you have more chances to see the Destroy Pulse.
This Innovative is gonna protect him from charge shots.
Oh, the dodge!
So the Slash Man SP does take off the life aura. Wait!
Okay, so he got
wow.
propelled forward, so it ended up eating more of the arrows because of the conveyor belts. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was literally, I think that was literally one arrow.
Yeah, that was a arrow.
Shadow
Train-
just
it is called
got
Train
capped by a love dart.
It's called train arrow, not train arrows. So you're
That's
supposed to be
true.
one arrow.
Yeah, it's one arrow by default. You gotta think about the others just as a bonus.
Right. Oh my god. This is not the area you want to be in. Yeah, the Clutch 300 definitely gonna come in clutch here, and an anti-navi. Just feeling so safe to go for these charge shots. Especially since it's slow gauge. Yeah, that's a big dodge. And yeah, he keeps that. Wow. Yeah, I'm not moving. This is my life. Oh, the wind rack. Oh, very nice. Good job, son. Who's able to pull it back? Aqua Dragon comes out. Okay, this is actually very convenient for playerzero, because at this point, Symes doesn't know if that's an anti-damage or not.
I think you mean
hit by the Aqua Dragon.
Shadow. This is Shadow, but
Oh yeah, for Shadow, yeah.
ooh, so okay, so it's gonna be an anti-damage. So Shadow does have to put some work in. He's got to wait for that panel to come back before he can guarantee anything. Symes did confirm that it wasn't an anti-damage just before that, so he knew it was safe to point blank that base anomaly.
Yes, and it actually pulled out some maximum damage for that, but now we're just looking at it.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, no, he has something for this. He has an anti-damage. He has life aura. He has everything. Okay, slash. Oh my god. Don't P-shot me, man. I love how Spoutman just becomes a Cyclops. Ooh, that hit twice. This is still very doable. 340 HP. Okay, Knuckles is coming back. Wait, is he gonna take Knuckles? Yeah, he's taking Knuckles. He wants it. Okay, Shadow, show us Knuckles. There it is. On the man. Oh, wait, no, that's GG. Oh no, that's not enough. Oh no, yo, wait. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
Tengu
Symes
is
pulled it back.
2 hits of 160, I believe, so it's 320
Yeah.
total. That was just short.
Just short. Dang, man. Oh, woo. And then Knuckles takes it away. Alright, game 2. What adjustments need to be made here? I don't feel like Symes did anything wrong per se.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Symes did anything wrong. It's just that the pressure is definitely on him. There were a few turns where there's at least one turn, I should say, where Shadow was kind of just sitting there and sitting on like an anti-navi, sitting on his defense, and all of the pressure was on Symes to. Oh what?
Oh, what? Because he has status score, he just gets free counter hits? That makes sense. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, game's even up, but still.
The HP looks close, but there's way more pressure on Symes here. Because of the recovery 300s in Shadow's folder. And I mean, it's a lot of pressure when Tomahawk can just get that +1 area.
Oh no. And Nerves is getting the Symes here.
Yeah,
Let's get the
Symes,
TFC.
he loses his anti-damage here.
Oh, and the judgment, he waited it out.
Yeah,
oh,
he waited for the maximum time.
Shadow, I hate you. Oh my god. And the spell. Oh, yo, come
And
on.
he lands a double damage. That's 480.
Yo, stop. Stop it.
And,
He's just
oh
a boy.
man.
Okay, Slash Man hit. Alright, we got some damage. Here we go. Oh, wait, what?
But, oh, it's because he was in the process of stepping forward. So,
What?
yeah, so Slash
That
Man,
happens?
that happens with, I think, Slash Man and Proto Man. They cannot get a read on you if you're in the process of stepping forward. So what happens is, you actually occupy the cell in front of you, the panel in front of you, as you step forward, but you're not technically on it yet. So it's just like there's an obstacle. So Slashman and Protoman, they read that and they're just like, oh, I can't hit you. There's nothing in front of you, but I can't hit you. You're in front of yourself, but
Dang, bored it again. Alright, I like. Oh no! He stepped forward! Wait, that didn't do anything? What was that just now?
that was Flash Bomb.
No, wait.
I mean,
did that do damage just now? That didn't look like it did any damage.
yeah, wait, I don't.
It didn't hit from drag. Whoa. Oh man, and it just closes it out.
I mean, what was rough there was that the back panels were actually poisoned, so Symes had to camp the back to stay safe against Tomahawk, but even doing that, he's just taking the passive poison damage.
Wow. So he didn't, because the Elect Pulse 2 drags, he didn't wait long enough to check to see, or check for the Invis state. It's the same concept with bees. I understand. Wow, that was a very tough match. Spoutman does a lot of good damage. It is healthy damage from Spoutman with the charge, the walk with chips and all that, but it's a really hard Navi to play versus a hard matchup, and it doesn't always end up well.
Yeah, and I mean that was a short set, but we saw some interesting interactions there with the Slashman SP failing to hit.
Yeah.
As well as the drag effect and from the Elec Pulse 2 into the Element Man and not actually hitting because of failing to check for it.
Yeah. Well, that was a great match, though. And that leaves us with this last and final, but not the least. We will have more tomorrow, so stay tuned, of course. But the last match for today, we have Joey versus Zulley.
This is a Groundman versus Heatman, I think.
Wait, hold on a second. MegaMaster brings up a really good point. Do you see the image of Spoutman just being deleted by Knuckles?
Yeah, that.
Oh my gosh. This looks terrible. What?
He's blind too.
He's blind. No, that's just the bruise on his eye from getting punched. That's unfortunate. Oh my gosh. Why would you do this to Bubble Boy? You monster. Oh my gosh. Whew, okay. Zulley versus Joey. What do you think about this matchup?
It is hard to get a read on this matchup. I feel like it's going to be really even. They've both got an interesting setup here. They both have a... I don't want to say it's super volatile, but I feel like it's going to be a steady match. It's just going to be like both of them trading back and forth over and over again.
I feel like Bubble Wrap is actually going to be instrumental to this matchup. I feel like it's going to come up in a very, very good situation for both players, actually, especially with the single hitting chip that is Heatman SP and Element SP. So in Zulley's matchup, I feel like it's going to be better for him because of those. But we're going to have to see.
Yeah, that's true. They both have the tools to deal with it for sure, though. I mean, Joey's got Element Man SP, Element Man, and Judge Man, so he's got 3 chips to take care of it and get the double damage. I mean, and he's got the Wind Rack too, just in case. But
just in case.
Zulley's also got 2 Elect Dragons and then the Tengu Man, so they both have ways of dealing with the Bubble Wrap. So I don't think it's going to be too consequential, but we'll see.
Man, just going back and looking at the art for all these matches and these players, man, like...
Hey,
this
I
is
mean,
really...
you were saying, why would you do that to Spoutman? But if you look at Symes, his Spoutman is kind of like this malevolent entity. It is not your standard Spout.
You know what? I'll take that. This is what happens when you're not happy, Bubble Boy.
Exactly. Like compare it to like Ubu or your Spoutman. That's completely different.
Exactly.
This is
right?
a killer Spoutman. This is a Spoutman who's just out to delete everyone.
Wow. Oh man. You can't have malicious intent. Oh, Eraseman's gonna come out here.
Ooh, that's Invis.
Ooh.
That Invis was wasted in that time freeze count.
That Iron
Oh,
Shell
man.
chip is really fast. Whoa. You see, that was a drop on Zoe's end, but because he didn't step forward, he didn't get punched in the face. Whoa, that was so close. Wow. Oh,
Are we gonna see the RC breaker? The Groundman SP doesn't connect, unfortunately. Invis saves Joey from that 390 damage. And Zulley's just taking these hits. Trades back at the very end of the turn with the RC breaker. 1 hit from now. So it's pretty unfortunate here. Even though Zulley was just getting wailed on that turn, he still has an HP advantage. Joey's climbing uphill back. See if he can even it out. Looks like he's gonna block this summon the black 3. Ooh, and Zulley is locked to this panel. But again, their charge shots are pretty evenly matched. Ooh, that's interesting. If Zulley breaks these panels in front of him, that would actually protect him from Joey's charge shot. Ooh, and the Colonel SP, it misses because of the shape of the remaining area. It's interesting that Zulley chose not to use the panel return there. That would have gotten rid of the grass, and he is against Heatmans. That would have taken away the chance of getting hit by double damage thanks to the grass. But I'm not sure why he didn't do that. He has the final panel stolen away from him here, and that helps. That helps Joey move around in the front and connect with these shots. Keyman SP connects onto Zulley. The Iron Shell misses, but the Tengu Man connects right afterwards. Ooh. Joey just can't resist going in for that heat press. But both of them are pretty low HP. This could easily come down to one chip here. And in Zulley's case, this Meteor Knuckle and attack plus 30, that looks like that would be his ticket. Oh, it doesn't do enough hits. And Zulley closes out that first match with a Light Capsule Magnum into Elect Dragon. And I mean, they both have the same amount of HP, 2000 HP. I want to say the field favors Joey this time around. Starting with grass, and you got the Punishers in the corner. That's a little bit easier for him to navigate with his charge shot. And right off the bat, Zulley uses his panel return. But he gets hit by the Punisher from his own air hockey, triggering it. Yeah, this is a slugfest. They're both just throwing chips at each other, trading charge shots, and it's roughly the same damage back and forth because neither of them have an elemental advantage.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, there we go.
Zulley and Joey trading some blacks. That heat press dodges Zulley's charge shot right there, and it connects dead center as well. So I mean, both of them are hitting more chips than they're missing for sure, but they're both just almost even in HP. This is 1245 to 12. Zulley has some recoveries here, but Joey also has his own defense.
Oh, the fire hit. He gets punched right in the face. One hit from the... And oh wow, you know, that summon in the back there, it's still there, yo. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard for Joey to hit it. Because I mean, his charge
Yeah,
shot,
he's-
it has a
There it is.
weird area, the little T shape, but he can manipulate it really well. There's no reason for him to ever accidentally hit that.
Yo. If he hits this wind track, right? He goes sliding backwards. Is that a confirm? I feel like that's a confirm. Okay.
I
If this
think
comes
it
out,
might-
step backwards.
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Joey dodges every single one. I think that was
Oh my gosh.
White
Yo.
Capsule boosted.
Alright. Here we go.
Alright, so yeah, so Zulley invested a bit more into that. But both of them missing their offensive chips that turn.
Yeah, Joey definitely activated Ultra Instinct, I agree. So here's the thing, right? I really like that Zulley went with the Invis before he went with the Rock Wrecker or Rock Shaker or whatever it's called. Because then then Joey can't walk into his body to take 10 damage. To avoid it, he has to dodge.
Oh, and the Punisher finally gets hit. But it does get blocked by anti-damage.
Oh,
Ooh, and this is the perfect shape for Joey's charge shot.
He just waited. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna get this area back and sanctuary panels. I don't think I would take Eraseman here. I don't see any setup for it. Like,
I do think the Erase Man has some potential as an end of turn. Just
oh, that's true.
throwing it down so you can combo, but Zulley doesn't know what he's gonna draw next turn, so there's no guarantee there's just gonna be any kind of decent
follow-up.
ball.
Well,
He does opt to take it though, so we'll see how it plays out.
got French gonna get this area all back for him. The danger here is that there are grass panels on your side now. Oh, no. Eraseman's gonna come out.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, yeah, pull 240 off of this. Is there a follow-up? Is he gonna heat press him? If he heat presses here. Okay. No, I think he heat pressed already, right?
Yeah, I think he already heat pressed.
Alright, cool. What was that? He just charged out the back row. Maybe I can burn it. Oh no! The drop! Alright, it's fine. It's all fine. Okay, this is actually a really good hand. Yes, I like this. You can trap him there. Maybe grab comes out.
Oh
Force.
no. It is gonna be
Yeah.
half damage though. Is this gonna be enough?
With the charge shot? No, it's not enough. Okay. Nice. Nice. Meteor Knuckles? That's definitely a way to go about this. Double point Meteor Knuckles? Will that be enough? It breaks panels, right? So it could be enough. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
Panels aren't gonna help.
LMNSP! No, it's over. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, oh man. Game 3, game 3, game 3. It's not over yet, folks. It's not over yet. Okay, 2 iron shells here. With an attack plus 30. So you can either save the attack for 30 or use it on Iron Shell. Iron Shell hits twice, I believe.
I believe it can, yeah. With double damage.
Face man, double damage. Gonna let it time out, smart.
Ooh.
Colonel LSP. No TFC to stop it either. LSP is a very underrated chip. That's 300 damage. I'm surprised people don't use it more often. Even in standard.
Well, the area is a little bit weird. You would think that that would be pretty good because it can cover the majority of your opponent's panels when it's neutral. Those 2 panels missing from its coverage actually come into play pretty often, as well as the way it ends up when area gets kind of weird.
All the bees!
Without those bees. Ooh, that fire hit. So Joey didn't step back forward before using it.
Yikes, those bees were disgusting. Well, he has the rock breaker right now. And, well, he has no setup for it. I think this is smart, taking everything else and trying to get that erase man or some way to confirm this.
Yeah, I would say this is the only reliable hand Zulley has available to him.
I think I would take the area grab. Not the area grab, excuse me. The wind rack. I think I would take it. But he has wind in his hand, so it's not like he needs it.
Yeah, I would be hesitant to use both of those wind chips on this turn. Oh no, can Joey connect us? Oh, it's a miss.
Oh, yeah, you know, if that was a whack, man, double damage. Oh, is this curl? No, it's not curl. That's eco. Okay. Oh, nice. Interrupting the charge, and was able to time out and get the bubble back. Nice. That was a good turn for Zulley here. Yeah, he's playing basketball. Shooting hoops. Yeah, just for the memes. Yeah, I would take this as a defensive turn. Yeah, that's a tough decision to make. Nice. I think Joey's gonna help out just a little bit here. Oh, Carnival's! Oh, he could have mashed it! Oh, but the TFC! If he didn't use turn, oh, it would have been over. Actually, no, it wouldn't know, right? Not enough damage.
That would definitely not have been over, but it would have been a pretty sizable chunk of damage still. I think he would be down to like 200-ish.
Yeah, it definitely saved him for sure. That TFC. Whew.
I mean, I think the lethal part would have been the status, because I think he would still be status at the turn.
Oh, that's true. The status would have been really lethal. Okay. Okay, this is what we're going for. Meteor Knuckles instead, but there's an anti-damage up there. He needs to get rid of it, and he does. Oh, the counter hit! Okay, that's fine. 1, 2. That's a long charge. He still got this. Oh, he has Recover in hand.
That definitely didn't do as much as Zulley was hoping it would, but it was pretty fortunate that he managed to knock off the anti-damage with his charge shot right before that.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, the invis. Oh, still a very close match. Despite having no area, all of the Sanctuary is going to help out with this.
Joey using his own summon black, but it does do half damage, yeah.
I
These
love
two
how
holy panels.
putting in so much work. I love how he just runs up and just shows him his hands. Hands!
Hey, he's gotta show him what's coming, right? This is a fair
Yeah.
fight.
Vibe check. Okay, ooh, this is actually gonna be a pretty good chance. This is a lot of damage in Zulley.
Ooh, and he
Watch
waited
out,
for
get rid of the
to come
bubble.
back.
Oh, this is it! This is it! All he has to do is mash! Oh, no, that's not true, that's not true.
Oh, and he
Heat-Man,
takes us off the
no!
panel.
Oh no, 65, whoa! Oh my gosh. No, why did you step all the way back and do that? What's in your hand? What do you do? What do you have left? Hands, okay. Oh no, I take the recover. I take the recover? I take the recover. I take recover and Tengu. That's what I do. I take recovery and Tengu. He's not going for it!
He's take the recovery!
He goes for
Oh! He got the upper hand.
Yo! Zulley, why? Why did you do that? Wait, that was so risky! Yo! What? That was so risky! Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, right. The TFCs are there, but oh, I don't know. that was a heart attack. Oh, my man rolled dice and did pretty well. Oh man. You know, this was a best friends match. He-Man kept running up to give high fives. It was great.
You know, I guess Zulley knew at the end. I mean, cause it's open setups. Zulley knew that there wasn't gonna be something out of the blue like a dragon of some sort coming down to instantly kill him. So I guess he felt comfortable just going straight into the TFC trade.
It makes sense. No, it does make sense. I understand. That makes sense. Like, if you're actually looking and keeping track of what people are playing in the match, because yeah, the setups right there. You have the numbers and the counts right there. So that doesn't make sense. I still feel like I don't know. That's that was scary.
Yeah, that was definitely scary.
It could have got hairy real fast. Woo! Those are some excellent matches. Oh, what a game.
Alright, so
Man.
unfortunately that was the last game of the stream. But for everyone watching, don't worry, we still have a stream tomorrow, and so we have the credits here. You might see some names that didn't show up in any of the matches today, so keep a watch out tomorrow and you'll see some more very good matches. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to the commentators Soul and Neryth. They did a very good job, and of course Salad, who worked very hard to get in the layout done on time and make sure everything's done. Also, I believe that today is the last day to submit for Symes' tournament to decide the format. So make sure to go check that out if you didn't do that already. And most importantly, make sure you tune in tomorrow, because we're going to have a lot of surprises happening. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. Oh, and yeah, so if anyone has highlights from previous Need for Link cycles or this one, then make sure to submit them using the form in the tournament channel. We do have a plan for that, so make sure you submit so we can get things going. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and thanks for the casters for being here. Alright, goodbye.